Okay, is Aryan here? Uh, I don't want to run late because there's something else later. Yes, Pranjal, I'm marked you present. Thank you.
Hello, yeah. I'm from
Yeah, Dave.
team 10. That Aryan will be joining in some 2 to 3 minutes because of some network issue.
Okay, yeah, cool. Just tell me to join as fast as possible because once I start streaming, it's a hassle for me to accept people again.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay, he's here. So, yeah, I guess we can start. There's nothing more left. Just give me a second. Please let me know if you can see the screen.
Yes, sir. Sir, my
Yes.
name. I think I have a problem actually. Can I?
Yeah, what's the problem?
One of my team members is not able to unmute his mic on the Discord application.
On the Discord, I guess that's fine. You can use the text channel as well if you want to communicate. There's
Um,
no problem.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, welcome guys. This is the finals of the Freshers Quiz 2020-21. Less Quizitables. So I've contacted you before the event and I've sorted the top 30 best performing members from the prelims into 10 teams. So I'll just be reading out the teams once more so that you know who's where and it makes it easier for us to score. Team 1, Aryan Singh, Dhruv Shah, and U Varshita. Team 2, Pranjal Singh, Falguni P, and Shruti Rao. Team 3, Gunjan Dhanuka, Amay Singh, and Anindra. Team 4, Soham, Mukul Garg, and Lalit Brahma. Team 5, Dhruv Samani, Arpan Anil, and Ripu Daman Singh. Team 6, Advait Krishna, Rutunjay Rao, and Mitali Poddar. Team 7, Rushil Patel, Shivendu Mishra, and Krishna Kapolia. Team 8, Arnav Singh, Harshni Chaudhary, and Yash. Team 9, Dhruv, Shreya Sachija, and Arwa Fatke. Team 10, Charishma, Aryan Bhushanwar, and Dev Shah. Any questions before we get into the quiz? Okay. So yeah, let's begin. So this is the finals. I'll just begin by giving an overview of the format the finals will be conducted in. There are 5 rounds, and each round will have different sorts of questions and different sorts of formats for giving the answers to. So the first and third rounds will be written rounds. Written rounds, how we're going to have them online is I'll be showing you a series of 5 questions. The 5 questions have a common theme, which I'll explain to you beforehand. And using that theme and the question, you have to crack what the answer is. The 5 questions, then you have to post the answers to all the 5 questions at once at the end of the round. And how you submit the answers is you post all the 5 answers and tag me, which is at the rate Acumen IITG Quiz Club on the Discord channel. And where is the text channel of your team Discord channel? And to make sure, and to make it easier for you guys, I will not be accepting answers that have not tagged me, which is acumen at the rate IG, so at the rate acumen IDG quiz club. That makes it easier for you guys to discuss amongst yourselves, and I won't be considering any answers where you're just discussing amongst yourselves, and only the ones where you tagged me. And The second and fourth rounds will be a dry pounce and bounce, which I will explain to you when the round rolls around. And the last one will be a long correct. So without further ado, let's get into the first round of the finals. Round one, written round. So you'll have 5 questions this round, and each question will carry 10 marks. The questions will be movie titles. Essentially, the answers are movie titles. The question will be about the movie title. Full house is plus 10. So, if I can explain what this means. Sorry, this is someone trying to join. Yeah, sorry about that. Please don't leave the call because I'll have to add you again. So each question carries plus 10 normally. That means if you want to play it safe and just answer the question, you just sum up the answer normally. If you're very sure of the answer and want to go for extra points at the risk of losing some points if your answer is wrong, you can stake your question, which means if you're correct, you'll get a plus 15 score. But if you're wrong, you'll get a minus 10 score. So how you stake in written answers after the question number and before the answer, between the two, you add a star mark. So for example, if the first question, the answer is Happy New Year, and I don't want to stake it because I'm not sure, I just type out 1 Happy New Year. But the second question, the answer is Happy Birthday, and I'm pretty sure of the answer. How I'll send the text message on the Discord is 2 star Happy Birthday. Is that clear, or is there any doubt?
So for stake, we have to put 2 stars.
Just 1 star will do.
Okay.
Between the question number and the answer.
Okay, sir.
Sir, and these answers we have to write in our own team channel, right?
On team channel, you can discuss until the final one. After all 5 questions are done, you have to answer all 5 together. And how you answer is just type out all 5 answers beside the question numbers and just tag me. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Can you repeat
Yeah.
for the stake one? What?
Yeah, stake one. Stake one, it basically means if you're very sure of the answer and you want to risk better points, you can just add a star mark between the question number and the answer of the question. And we'll give you 5 extra marks if you're correct, but if you're wrong, you get a minus 10.
Okay.
So, yeah, the questions will contain the description of a movie title, and the answer will be the movie title. There is no point for half answers. We do need the full answer, full movie title, for the answer to be considered correct. And obviously, if you guys know what a full house means, if you get all 5 of the questions correct, you'll get a plus 10. And when we're talking about full house, it doesn't matter whether you've staked or not. Even if all the questions are unstaked, you'll get a plus 10. So obviously, the max marks that you can score in this round are 85, where you stake each question, get 15 for each question. And because all your answers are correct, you get a plus 10. So without further ado, let's get into the round. And this is question 1. Diarrhea contracted by a person from a more developed country while traveling, especially as a tourist, in a less developed country with lower standards of food hygiene. That is the description of the answer. From the diarrhea often experienced by foreign travelers to India, the city of Dash was doubtless chosen for the rhyme with Dash. So the combination of the 2 dashes is the movie title, and I need the title of the movie. Sorry. Is the question clear, everyone? Hello? Is the question clear for you guys? Excuse me. Am I audible? Okay. Thank you. Moving on to the second question, which is also a movie title. The second question. Chris Garner did, in fact, come across a daycare center that featured the word dash on the side of the building. But in an interview, he gave an alternate reason why he chose to purposely misspell it. The dash is the misspell, is there to denote dash and dash. What makes you dash? Everyone who sees this interview is going to have a different definition of what it is. It's about you and what makes you dash, which is why we've left the misspell in there. So what misspell is he talking about? Essentially, give me the movie title that is the source of that misspell. Ten more seconds and we'll move on to the next question. Moving on to the third question. That is dash. The young, in another's arms, birds in the trees, those dying generations at their song. The salmon falls, the mackerel crowded seas. Fish, flesh, or fowl, comment all summer long, whatever is begotten, born and dies, caught in that sensual music, all neglect, monuments of unaging intellect. So this is a poem. In the story, the story of the movie, the title refers to the escalation of violence and inability of older generation to cope with it. So the dash that is there in the first line of the poem is your answer. It is a movie title. And in the movie, the title of the movie refers to the escalation of violence and the inability of the older generation to cope with the violence. Moving on to the next question, the fourth question. As clear as dash 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 is old Cockney slang that originated in East London before World War II. Writer Anthony Burgess thought it was just perfect. I've implied the junction of the organic, the lively, the sweet. In other words, life, the dash, and the mechanical, the cold, the disciplined. Burgess wrote in the New Yorker. So this is the writer's description of the title. And the first saying, as queer as, and the rest of the saying is the movie title. The second blank is nothing important. I've just left it out as it was important to the question. That's not your answer. Your answer is to complete the quote or the saying. This is fairly easy if you look at where they've specifically described the junction of the organic, the lively, the sweet, in other words, the dash, and the mechanical, the cold and discipline. So he's talking about two completely different words. Moving on to the fifth question. Okay, so this is a scale that determines the severity of extraterrestrial interaction. Now, so there are 6 stages on the scale. Nocturnal lights. These are wacky lights in the night sky that move unlike planes or planets. Number 2, daylight discs. These are oval metallic flying objects that are visible in the daytime. Number 3, radar visual cases. These are significant blips on the radar screens that coincide with visual reports. Number 4, CE1. This is when a UFO is within 200 yards, but it doesn't interact with the witness or environment. The witness being the witness to the extraterrestrial interaction. CE2. This is when a UFO actually interacts with the environment, whether that be leaving physical evidence on the ground, on animals, or on humans. Number 6, CE3, dash alert, which is important. This is when occupants of a UFO, humanoid or otherwise, are seen. The dash alert, the dash refers to the director of the movie. So the director of the movie selected the title for the movie because the movie deals with whatever happens on the sixth level of the scale of extraterrestrial interaction. Give me 1 second. Cycle through all the questions once again. Number one, diarrhea contracted by someone from a more developed country while traveling, especially as a tourist, in a less developed country with lower standards of food hygiene. From the diarrhea often experienced by foreign travelers to India, the city of Dash was doubtless chosen for the time to Dash. Are there hints required? If there are no hints required, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll be giving you guys a hint. You can just unmute yourselves and talk on the meet. Hints required, guys? It's fairly easy.
It's required.
Okay. So, obviously, the question is pretty straightforward. The city of Dash was doubtless chosen for the rhyme with Dash. So, the movie title is obviously two rhyming words. And if coming to the hint is going to be that on the surface, the movie title is not exactly related to the reason of the movie title. Like, this is the description of the title, but in the movie, there's no mention of this. This is not exactly what is happening. It's just dash dash, a city in India. But when you dig deeper into the movie, it does deal with a metaphor. This is essentially a metaphor where you travel to a place with lesser standards of food hygiene and you get sick. That's essentially what we're talking about here. So if you know the cities in India, this should be pretty easy for you. Moving on, question number 2. Chris Gardner did in fact come across a daycare center that featured the word dash on the side of the building. The dash is only part of the movie title. I need the full movie title to give you marks. If you just give me the word, I'll give you 5 marks if it's state, if it's not state. But if you stake it, I'll have to give you a -10 because on stake, I need the full answer, including spelling mistakes. Moving on, third question. That is dash, which is the first line of a poem. In the story, the title refers to the escalation of violence and inability of the older generation to cope. So the description, the title, which is in the first line, the second point is essentially the description of the title. It's fairly straightforward. Do you guys require any hints for this? If it is a no, if no one's blocking, then I'll give you guys a hint. If there's anyone who got the answer, just let me know that you're blocking hints, and I won't be giving any hints. No one? Okay. So,
What did you say just now? Could you repeat?
I'm saying if any one of you has got the answers, just unmute yourself on the Google Meet and just tell me that you're blocking hints, and I won't be giving out any hints. I'll only give hints when no one has got the answer.
Okay, sir. We have got the answer.
Okay, then I'll be blocking hints. Just unmute yourselves and you're blocking hints. That's good enough. Moving on, fourth question. As queer as dash 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 is old Cockney slang that originated in East London before World War II. Writer Anthony Burgess thought it was perfect. I've implied the junction of the organic, lively, the sweet, in other words, life, the dash, and the mechanical, the cold, and the discipline. Burgess wrote in the New York. So is anyone blocking hints for this?
Yeah, blocking.
Yes, sir. Blocking it.
Cool. Moving on, fifth question. This is the last time we'll be cycling back. This is the 6 stages of extraterrestrial encounters. The 6th stage was chosen by a director to be the title of his movie because the description of the 6th stage is essentially what happens in the movie when an occupants of a UFO, humanoid or otherwise, are seen. Okay, that's it. Time's up. I'll give you guys 30 seconds. Type out all the answers and tag me at the rate Acumen IITG Quiz Club on the Discord, which is when I'll be considering your answers. Your time starts now. I'll be giving you exactly 30 seconds. Okay, I've got answers flowing in. I've received answers from Team 1, Team 5, Team 6, Team 7, Team 8, and Team 9. Team 3 as well. Get to receive answers from Team 2, Team 4, and Team 10. Team 2, I've got your answer. And Team 10, I've got your answer, which is waiting on Team 4 then. Okay, the time. Yes, okay. Fine, I've got all the answers. Let's start with the answers. First question, what's the answer, guys? Very easy, very popular movie too.
Delhi Belly.
Delhi Belly is correct. If you staked it, plus 15 and minus 10. If you've not staked, that's a plus 10 for you guys. I've assigned people to monitor each group, so they must have already texted you. They'll be tallying your scores. Second question. This one is also pretty easy, especially the misspelling.
Pursuit of happiness.
A Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of happiness is the correct answer. The Y was the misspell here, and here, what Chris Gardner is talking about, the Y is there to denote you and your happiness. So the Y stands for you, and that's a small hint here where the Y is capitalized. So you should have been able to see that, and if you stake, that's a plus 15 for you guys. Number 3, this is also fairly easy.
No Country for Old
No
Men.
Country for Old Men.
No Country for Old Men is the correct answer. If you watch the movie, the second point is a dead giveaway. And yeah, it's also a very famous poem that I encourage you guys to check out. Moving on, question 4.
A Clockwork Orange.
Yes, that's right. A Clockwork Orange is the correct answer. Here, essentially, what Burgess is talking about, he's described the organic, the lively, and the sweet, the life in the word orange. And he's described the mechanical, the cold, and the disciplined in the word clockwork. So that's where the movie's title comes from. That's where the old Cockney saying comes from.
Just a second, Revan. Just can you ask them to not edit the message, because then we won't count it.
Okay. If you guys have edited the message, that's a straight 0. Yeah.
Excuse me.
My question.
I had edited it before to tag you in one message.
Yeah,
That's
now
the
onwards.
In one of the questions,
I edited
Obviously,
it 425 to tag you, sir. Is that be a problem?
Yeah, I saw their question answer. It wasn't changed.
But in the future, don't change anything, and in written rounds, just write all the answers together.
Okay.
So
okay, sir. Actually, I had a question. In one of the question, the first one, Delhi Belly. I had written in the chat box that it would be staked, but I guess while answering the question, due to the very short amount of time that we were given, I forgot to add a star in it. Though afterwards, when you told us the answer, that was when I remember that I hadn't staked it, but I had written it over. That I would be staking it.
We'll count it as a normal then. Sorry, we're not going to be counting the stake. When I've said that the time is up, whatever the moderators have seen, that's all that happens. And if you edit the answers, obviously we'll know because we'll check out the past versions, and also there are moderators watching.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir, you
it's
can
fine.
check it out. But I have
Yeah.
written actually over there that it would be stake.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I'll leave that up to the moderator because I haven't seen.
And
Cool.
just one more thing, like while in the answer we weren't able to tag, so we have separately tagged. Just
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's no problem. Yeah. So this is a Clockwork Orange. And question 5. Has anyone got it?
ET the extra
Close
texture, I guess.
encounters of third kind.
That is absolutely correct. The answer is Close Encounters of the Third Kind by Steven Spielberg. It's named the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. If you look at the abbreviation, these 3 levels are referred to as Close Encounters First Kind, Close Encounters Second Kind, and Close Encounters Third Kind. And this dash is obviously Spielberg. That's your answers. Yeah.
I have a doubt. Double stakes allowed है? Multiple stakes.
Multiple stakes are not allowed.
Okay.
Oh wait, what do you mean by multiple stakes?
Team number 8 stake 2 of their answers, like Delhi Belly and Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, you can stake as many answers as you want. You can stake what 5 2 if you want. That's no problem. Okay. Yeah. Now moderators will be tallying the scores. Just have a minute of patience.
Okay, I have this question. If the team member has already tagged the document before the timeout and I have to add some answers, like he just answered 2 and I answered 2 again, so both will be counted, right?
We will count it. Don't worry.
Okay, thanks.
Just make sure all your answers have been sent by the time I started reading out the answers. Set on that? That's all good. Moderators, please update the final scores in the sheet, after which I'll just read out the scores. And let's see if any team has managed to score the max score, which is 85 points. Okay, scores are in. I'll just be reading them out from each team. Actually, yeah. So scores for first round out of a max of 85 are Team 1 with 40 points, Team 2 with 60 points, Team 3 with 60 points, Team 4 with also 60 points, Team 5 with 30 points, Team 6 with 60 points, Team 7 with 15 points, Team 8 with 40 points, Team 9 being this round's topper with a score of 65, and Team 10 with 55. So there's a tough competition at the top, obviously, with majority of the teams garnering scores between 60 to 40. And that's a very good sign because that's obviously more competitive quizzing to come for the next rounds. So I'll give you
Sorry
guys
to
a
interrupt.
short-
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but to stake it, we just have to put an asterisk beside the answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, can you please repeat the score of team 1?
Yes, yeah, just a correction. Team 5 is with 45.
Okay. Team 5 has scored 45, not 30. Sorry.
Sir, can you please repeat the score of team 1?
Team 1 is 40, right?
Sir, we had
Sean-
answered 4 questions and had stake 2.
Hang on.
I had interacted with the moderator.
Yeah, just give me a second.
We would have stake 3, but I guess due to less time, we weren't able to, but I'm sure about 2 of them.
Can you also check if the full house marks are added? I guess we were getting 75 for team 9.
Team 9, just let me check that. Just give us a minute, guys.
1 and 9.
Yeah, team one, I've mentioned before that I need all your answers to be submitted together after the 5 questions are done by tagging me. I've also mentioned that if you haven't tagged me, I'm not going to consider any other message. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to only consider the questions you've tagged me. Otherwise, I can just I could just as easily consider the answers being discussed or something.
Team 9 is 65, right? 5 correct and 3 stars.
Yeah.
And full house plus 10.
Okay, okay, we have that. Okay, yeah. Nabil then.
Okay. Yeah, then team 9 score is 75. Okay, if that's all disputes resolved, let's move on to the next section.
So our score should be increased. I have talked with the moderator. He's saying that 1 and 2 was staked. So I guess we should be having 50 score.
Which team?
Yeah, 1 and 2 was staked, so you get plus 15, plus 15, and 4 was non-staked, so it's plus 10. That's a final score of 40. And that's
4
the
questions were correct, I guess. Because we had written clockwork orange afterwards. One of my team members did.
Yeah, clockwork orange is the 4th question, which you haven't staked. You've staked the first and second question, which is Pursuit of Happiness and Delhi Bell.
4 correct questions and 2 staked. So that makes it 50, right?
It's not 4 because I haven't received answers for 3rd or 5th answers.
The 3rd one was answered, I guess.
3rd one, you haven't tagged me.
So I had tagged you after typing in the message because I was in a bit of a hurry.
I cannot see it, man. I have only received 3 questions where you sent me like 3 no country for old men and you've tagged me at 426.
In one of the comment I have written 5 answers and after clicking enter, I have tagged you then.
Yeah, I think he has tagged it, but
okay. Then that's fine. That's fine. We'll count it. Yeah, we'll count it.
For the next one, just take care.
Yeah, we'll give you 50 then. And please make sure that you tag me in the same message.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
Yeah, okay. Team 1, I'll give you 50 points for this round. But yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Moving on to the second round, I'll explain what a dry pounce is now. So, have you guys ever experienced pounce and bounce that happens in college quizzes?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll just explain it so that all of you guys know. So now, let's say for you guys, there are 10 teams. When the first question starts in the 8 questions, I'll obviously be asking the first team. But how it happens is all 8 teams can pounce on the question. What pounce essentially means, it's a more active form of a stake, where even before I ask the first team that question, the team that is pouncing can text me their answer, and if they're correct, they get a plus 20, and if they're wrong, they get a minus 10. And if you answer after I've received all the pounces, whichever team has wanted to pounce on the question can pounce, and after I've received the answers, I will start by asking each team that has not pounced one by one. And we will keep going until we run out of teams or run out of the answer. So let's have a short description of what's going to happen. Now, let's go back to the first question here. A diarrhea contracted by someone from a more developed country while traveling, especially as a tourist in less developed country with lower standards of food hygiene. Diarrhea often experienced by foreign travelers to India. The city of Dash was doubtless chosen for the rhyme with Dash. Now, obviously, I'll be asking team 1 the answer. But before that, I'll open Pounce. Out of the 10 teams, whoever wants to pounce can, on Discord, they just have to write Delhi Belly and tag me. Again, tagging me is very important, otherwise I'm not going to consider your answer. Whichever team has been tagged, let's say teams 2, 3, 6, and 7 have tagged me and given an answer. I'll just look over the bounces and I won't tell you whether you're correct or not. And then we'll ask team 1. Team 1, what is your answer? If the team 1 answers Delhi Belly, I'll give plus 10 to team 1. And if team 1 answers something wrong, the question then goes to the next team that is not pounced, which is essentially team 4, because teams 2 and 3 have already answered. So then I ask team 4 what the answer is, and they say Delhi Belly, they get a +10. Team 1 gets 0. And then I reveal the scores of the Pounce, where if you've tagged me and written an answer, if your answer is correct, I'll give you a +20. And if your answer is wrong, I'll give you a -10. So is it clear, or do you guys need me to go over the rules once more?
Sir, if we are receiving the question on the direct, if we are directly receiving the question, like the first team is receiving the question directly, would we be getting 10 points or 15 points if we answer
10,
correctly?
10, 10.
10.
10.
So
But
we
will always get 10. Yeah, if you guys want to pounce, you can pounce. So let's say teams 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7 has pounced. Okay. After taking their answers, I'll send the first question directly to team 4. Is that clear?
Okay. Sir, can you please tell me, would the questions be given to each team in particularly? Like the first question is directed towards team.
No,
Okay.
there's nothing like that. Suppose team 4 answers that's what infinite pounce means. Let's say team 4 answers the first question, right? The second question will go to team 5. And let's say in the second round, I'll ask team 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll go back to team 1. And let's say team 2 answers the question directly. The third question will go to team 3.
Okay, sir.
Is that clear? If anyone is having doubts, please let me know right now, or type it in the chat.
In order to pounce, do we have to put an asterisk, or means what do we have to do?
Pounce, you just write the answer and tag me. If you're not tagged me, I don't consider anything. And
Right,
it
so
has to be the
before,
same message. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay. So, like I told you before the quiz, I've given you guys a list of topics that you need to prepare well in. So this is where the list of topics comes in, as will be assigned. So each topic is handled by one of your second year seniors in the quiz club. So without further ado, let's call the first one. The first topic is business, and it's going to be conducted by Aditya Trivedi. Trivedi, please take the stage.
Hello everyone. So I'm Aditya and I am a second year CSE student and I like sci-tech and business a lot, and that's why I'm setting this part of the quiz. I think it's just a few questions and I hope you like those. So can we start?
Tell us about yourself, Aditya, first.
Yeah.
Your interests.
Yeah. So I really like business and I like actually tech more. So sci-tech and business both contain equal amounts of tech. That's why I like to set questions. And apart from that, my interests, I played the guitar, but now I don't play the guitar. And I used to take photos, but now I don't take photos. Now yeah, now I'm just.
Trivedi is very studious. That's why you'll catch him talking about forgotten interests a lot.
Yeah, I'm studious. Like, yeah, just meet me in the campus and I'll show you. Like, I'm not that studious, but yeah. And apart from that, yeah, I really enjoy the quizzes and I hope you enjoy Quiz Club too. And what more?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just start.
Yeah. Let's start with the first question of the second round.
So, the first question, okay. So, some Swedish dash. Falguni.
Guys, please mute yourself.
माझ्याकडे येणार आहे, तुम्हाला ते सांगते. हा पटकन ये.
Okay, it's cool. Go ahead, Aditya.
So, some Swedish dash have now reported a decline in travelers, which some activists attribute to the Y effect, a newfound awareness of humanity's impacts on the planet and a desire to make a difference. So, this dash, I'm not saying what it is, then because it will make the question very easy. So, some Swedish dash have reported a decline, and why? They have attributed it to the Y effect. So you have to tell me what Y is. And the Swedes, which means Swedish people, have coined a word for this shame that travelers are beginning to feel about Z. So Z is an activity, and there are major hints, which is travelers, Swedish, humanity's impact on the planet. So this is all due to the Y effect. And this whole thing has a name called Fleek's Calm. So that is also a hint if you consider it to be. So, and all of this is happening because of the Y effect. And what is the Y effect? A newfound awareness of humanity's impacts. So you have to tell me what Y is. So I'll just, are people
Okay. Yeah. So here's what's going to happen. If you're pouncing, tag me and write your answer immediately. Pounce closes in 30 seconds flat. And after Pounce closes, I'm going to take any answers, even if you're typing. Okay? So your time starts now.
You have 30 seconds to write your pounds. After 30 seconds, I close the pounds and then we'll start the passing around the answer. Okay. So just write down, I just need Y. Okay. You have like 20 seconds, I guess. I mean, it's not, you have.
7 has pounced, team 3 has pounced, and team 10 has pounced.
Okay. So I'm closing the pounds in 5.
And team 2 has also pounced.
Okay, so yeah, I'm closing the pounds now.
Pounce is officially closed, and the teams pouncing are teams, let me just read out once again. Team 2, Team 3, Team 7, and Team 10.
2, 3, 7.
Yes.
Don't
answer
right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you the knots.
Okay. Now, since we'll start with 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so team 1, please tell your answer.
The Greta effect.
The Greta effect is correct. So,
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Greta Thunberg and flying. So, what I needed was just Greta or Greta Thunberg. Flying is wrong because it's not the flying effect, it's the Greta Thunberg effect. So,
Were we asked about the activist or the effect name or the name of the effect?
the Y effect.
Okay.
So, the proper noun, I need Greta unless.
So,
can we get the scores? Team 1 gets 10.
Team 1 gets 10. Team 2 gets a minus 10 because the pounce is incorrect. Flying shame is the wrong answer. Team 3 gets a plus 20 because Greta Thunberg effect is
20
correct.
Or 15. 20 or 15?
It's 20. Sorry for the typo in the initial slide. It's plus 20, not plus 15. Yeah. Team 7 also gets it correct with Greta. And Team 10 gets it wrong with flight shame. So it's plus 10 to Team 1, plus 20 to Team, sorry, plus 10 to Team 1, minus 10 to Team 2, plus 10 to Team 3, plus 20 to Team 3, plus 20 to Team 7, and minus 10 to Team 10.
So let's move on.
The pounce allows 20 points.
Yeah, pounce is 20 points.
But you also have.
Sir, but okay, sir.
But now that you have got it correct, you would think that I would have gotten it correct. But what if you had a negative? So,
the stakes were higher now. I thought they were that high. So. Yeah.
Let's move on to the second question.
The second question.
So, why is the Indian goddess of wealth and beauty? In 1952, the then Prime Minister Pandit Nehru, in an attempt to stabilize the foreign exchange reserve, which was deeply affected by Indian women spending millions on foreign brands, came up with an idea. So what was happening were Indian women were spending millions on foreign brands, which is why the foreign exchange reserve was destabilized. But then he met with J.R.D. Tata, who is perhaps the most successful businessman of our nation, and together they set up an Indian company which would replace the foreign companies and prevent Indian money from going overseas. So he came up with the name. He came up with the brand name which was derived from Y. Okay. Now, something more about the brand name Y. JRD Tata was a robust businessman, and he suggested that if we name it Y, if we keep the name Y, then it would not appeal to the upper class women and put forward an alternative. And it was inspired by a French opera having a similar name. So he suggested that they use the same name but with a French accent, and hence the decision was finalized. So from all this, all you have to do is give me the company name, which was derived from Y. And what is Y? Y is the Indian goddess of wealth and beauty. So if you know Y and you got the whole story, you should give me the company name. A Pounce will be closing in 30 seconds.
Pounce is now open.
Team 10 has pounced, 9 has pounced, 8 has pounced, 7 has pounced, 6 has pounced, 5 has pounced.
Sir, has Team 1 pounced?
3 has pounced. Team 2 has pounced, and Team 1 has pounced. So everyone has pounced. The pounce is closed. And since everyone pounced, can you move on to the answers? It's Lakme from Lakshmi, the goddess of Indian wealth and beauty. Okay, so since everyone is getting points, we are not giving points to anyone. Is that okay? Right. Everyone got it on pounce.
It's fine. I'll give them the points. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, then give everyone 20. Yeah, no
20 points. All right, cool.
Sir, so the team which has the whose turn it is to answer, even they can pounce.
Yeah, but then you have the risk of negative.
Yeah.
It's good that you pounced because everyone had pounced. Okay, so I think my part is done, right? Or
yeah.
Okay, so thank you, and please enjoy.
Yeah. Moving on to the next set, it is sports by Nabil Khan and Akshat Sinha. Nabil and Akshat, please come and take the stage and continue with the second part of this.
Hi everyone, I'm Nabil Khan. I'm from ECU department and Omnium Hostel. And Akshat and I have prepared the sports section for you. We also have another section that's coming up later. Sports comprise of anything, but it's not mostly the popular sports. So, Akshat?
Yeah, hello guys. I am Akshat Sinha and I'm from CSE department. I'm very much into sports, and so I'll introduce myself later when my next set comes. Let's just get on with it.
Okay, getting on with it. The first question of the sports section and the third question of round 2.
Yeah, all right. So this is a recent Amul comic from the year 2020. So you just have to identify what's the incident which is being referred to here. And I hope the screen is visible. And just you have 30 seconds from now to pounce.
Pounce process in 20 seconds. Okay, please keep in mind that we need the incident, not just a proper noun. Again, guys, proper noun, not just the proper noun. We need the incident. Some people have pounced with just the proper noun, which is not correct.
So, what do you have to mention in the pounce? What do you have to mention as the answer?
The incident.
That incident.
That is which
Which
is blacked
happened
out after professor of batting.
No. What's the incident? Yeah. It's some pun, I guess, or something, which is being blacked out. You have to mention what was the incident which was referred to here.
So, for example, if the incident we're talking about is Lionel Messi winning the Ballon d'Or, Lionel Messi is wrong. Lionel Messi winning the Ballon d'Or is the correct answer. Correct. Okay. Fine, we're closing the pounds. If anyone's pronounced with only the proper noun, we'll give you one last chance to correct yourselves. Otherwise, we'll be going directly to team 2. Okay, Pounce is closed. The teams that are pounced are team 1, team 3, team 7.
अरे
Yeah, that's about it.
डीन जोन्स मर गया था.
Team 4 even has pounced.
Guys, please mute yourselves. Come on.
Guys.
Okay.
Hello?
Guys, listen, you have to mute yourselves while you're on the Google Meet to ensure that even after the bounce is done, you have to, because the bounce is still open, right? Because other people can still answer. So you have to make sure the bounce is still valid. That's why please don't say the answer on the Google Meet. Is that clear? I don't know who it was, but obviously. Come on.
This is direct to 2, na?
This is directly to 2, but since the answer has already been said on the Google Meet, I guess it's up to you, Nabil and Akshal. Do you want to count?
Do we know who said it? Because if it's
Arnav Singh.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn off the mic after asking the doubt.
Which team are you from?
Team 8.
So I guess
you can cut their points.
Yeah, all right, just go on with it. Team 2 answer, please.
Team 2?
Should I unmute myself?
Yeah, that's
The
all.
death of Dean Jones.
1961 to 2020. Like he recently died.
Yeah,
Okay, that would be is the correct answer. Team 8 will be giving you guys a -10 because obviously we do not want to encourage this. Dean Jones is the wrong answer. Death of Dean Jones is the only correct answer here.
Sir, so I had a doubt actually.
Yeah.
So in this particular incident, I guess Mohammad Hafiz was being portrayed as the professor of batting by Dean Jones. I'm particularly confused because it was.
We're not saying what the comic is saying.
Yeah.
What incident are you referring to in this Amul comic? Why the Amul comic was made was not because Dean Jones was praising Mohammad Hafiz, but it was made.
That I know, but death of Dean Jones. I mean, that was particularly common, but I understood this particular ad as the incident. We had to describe the incident which was happening.
The professor here isn't his comment is about his commentary. The professor here is a pun on his name, like Dean, the dean from college, who is also a professor. So yeah, that's what it's all
I know
about.
Dean Jones was known for his commentary, but I guess because of the symbol that I am seeing on the hat of the player, it is being referred to as Mohammad Hafiz. We know that Dean Jones died, but I think the answer should be directed towards that. I'm particularly confused about it.
This comic, this particular strip was published when Dean Jones died. So yeah,
I think no, it was to honor him. I guess that's why I guess this question was asked. I mean,
so it is to honor him, which is why the incident we're referring to here is the Dean Jones passing.
I mean, a memorable moment of his commentary career.
Do you have the actual comic strip? Like, if they can see it, they'll.
No, I do not know about it, but I do know Dean Jones died this year. I mean, previous year, 2020. But from what I am getting from this comic strip, I think it is being referred. He is referring to Mohammad Hafiz as the professor of batting.
Okay, since we're running late, I'm just going to close this here. So, which team are you from?
Team 1, Aryan Singh.
Team 1, have you bounced?
Yes, sir. That's why I'm arguing about this.
Naveen and Akshat, do you want to give them plus 20, plus 10, or a minus instead?
Let me just.
So, because from what I'm able to figure out,
-10.
This is
okay. It is -10. Sorry, we're ending all dispute because this is running too late.
Sir, and could you just tell which all teams have
I have
bounced?
written Sachin's teacher died. Will it be okay?
Yeah, no. We need the proper names.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, wasn't Sachin's teacher
I think
Ramakant the
moderators are
director?
already looking after, so I guess it's fine. For posterity, let's see. Team 1, team 2 has also bounced.
But like, see their times. Some of them are just typing it and putting at acumen. So
Yeah.
I think it
Team
is
3.
455 or 456.
Okay. See,
So
moderators
we
seem
didn't
so I'm not
bounce.
going to bother with
Team
it.
2 didn't bounce. You asked.
Team 2 did.
I answered when you
Okay, I
asked the
asked you
question to us.
that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
2 answered in bounce. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on
So,
to the fifth question. Yeah.
well, just a second. Could you just
Sir?
give me the teams who bounced and got it right, and the teams who
Sir?
bounced and got it wrong?
Has also.
Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Actually, I am using Discord and Google Meet in the same app. So when I turn on my Discord mic, the Google Meet mic is also turns on. So I can't speak anything. वरना वो Meet में भी सुनाई देगा.
It's sorted out. We cannot do anything about it now. You have to just.
I'm also using both Discord and Google Meet, and it's not happening to me, so I guess it should be.
अरे ध्रुव डिस्कॉर्ड में तो टीम पे टाइप करके आंसर दे दो.
ओके हाँ वो तो कर ही रहा हूँ इसलिए तो कब से डिस्कॉर्ड पे हम कुछ चैट नहीं कर रहे बट ये थोड़ा बहुत हेक्टिक हो रहा है तो मुझे डिस्कॉर्ड पे चैट.
Let's do one thing. You guys, which team are you from?
I am in team 1.
Okay. So what you do is when you're unmuting yourself, your Google Meet mic is also muted. When I ask you to answer on bounce, just type it in the chat. I'll consider it. Okay? You don't need to say it on. By chat, I mean the Meet chat. Okay?
Could you just update the scores once?
Yeah, Raymond, if you could just give me the teams who got it right and wrong.
Yeah, I'll just. Team 1 has bounced and got it incorrect, minus 10.
Minus 10.
Team 2 has got it correct on bounce, which is a plus 10.
Yeah.
Team 3 has bounced and got it correct, which is a plus 20. Team 4 has bounced and got it correct. Team 5 has not bounced. Team 6 has bounced and got it wrong because I mentioned that I said.
Sir, I mentioned that.
Okay, you mentioned his death at 453, so I consider it. Okay.
Yeah, he
No,
has
I
been
mentioned his
said.
death.
Yeah.
I mentioned his death.
Yeah, don't worry.
Team 7 gets Team 6 gets a plus 20. Team 7 has bounced and got it incorrect. It is not Christian calling Tendulkar professor writing.
Yeah,
Team 8 has bounced and got it correct.
Yeah, but Team 8 got a minus 10 since the mic was
Okay,
on.
Team 8 got minus 10. Team 9 has bounced and got it correct. And Team 10 has bounced and got it incorrect.
All right. And Aditya, you were talking about one of the times being off.
No, I think it's
I think everyone has
455 or something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Just to prevent that in the future, should we if you put up the answer after the time, should we penalize that?
Yeah. If you put an answer after the time or your full answer isn't in the message that you have sent and tagged me, that's automatically wrong.
मेरा mic on हुआ?
Yes, bro, फिर से हो गया.
Okay. Moving on. Team 4. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So I'll just read it out. So this is the timestamps of something. So on Tuesday, 22nd June 2010, at 6:13 p.m. the match begins. At 9:07 p.m. the match is suspended. The next day, that's on Wednesday, 23rd June 2010, at 2:05 the match resumes. At 5:45 the match sets record of some time, and at 9:10 p.m. Match was suspended for a second time, presumably because everyone had to go home. And on Thursday, 24th June 2010, at 3:43 p.m. the match was continued, and at 4:48 p.m. after 2 days the match ended. So what was this? Like, you have to put funda. What's being described here?
Essentially, give us what match or who against who is.
Yeah.
Pounce has opened.
What do we have to answer? The match, like what type of match, or the names of the players?
The names of the players.
The names of the players.
The who are playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
In this, what we have to answer?
You have to answer who was playing whom.
Yeah, like if it's a team sport, answer what team was playing what team, or if it's an individual sport, answer who was playing whom.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Pounce is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The teams bouncing are Team 1, Team 4, Team 5, Team 6, Team 7, Team 8, and Team 10. Okay, the question goes directly to Team 3, and since they bounced, it goes directly to Team 9. So, Team 9, what is your answer?
Isner versus Mahout match.
That's correct.
That's correct.
That is correct. It is Don Isner versus Nicholas Mahut, the longest tennis match in history.
Yeah.
Let me read out the scores and the correct. Team 1 bounced and got it correct. Team 2 did not bounce. Team 3 bounced and got it incorrect. So that's a -10.
Our pounce went after the time, like when you were saying about the pounces, our pounce wasn't recorded by them. So I thought it was disallowed, that pounce. So we need to consider.
Now that you have got it wrong, if it was right, you would have said, please consider it.
Yeah, look, I want to answer. Yeah, don't
please.
Something we are.
Why would you tell me if you're not pumped?
Also, please, when the quizmaster is reading out the scores, if you have any queries, just save it till the end or when he's finished announcing the scores, all right?
Okay, let's start again from the bottom. Team 1 gets a +20. Team 2 gets a 0. Team 3 gets a -10. Team 4 gets a +20. Team 5 also gets a +20. Team 6 gets a +20. Team 7 gets +20. Team 8 gets a +20. Team 9 gets a +10 by answering on bounce. And Team 10 gets it correct, so it's a +20 for them too. Have you got that down, Harry?
Yeah, it's all good. Good to go.
Okay, I have hello, sir.
Yeah.
If I type the wrong, if I do a misspell, मतलब spelling गलत लिख दिया हो, तो फिर marks मिलते हैं?
As long as I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, moving on to the next set. It is Psytech by Aryan Verma. So is Aryan here? Just let me have a look. I don't think he's here because he said he'd be busy. Oh wait, he is here. Hello, Aryan. Can you hear us? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, Aryan is here. And let's continue with this third part. Aryan, please take the stage. Talk about yourself.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Aryan Verma, and I am an ECE sophomore with interest in mostly science part of the equation, whereas as Aditya Trivedi told, he is usually interested in the tech part. So we usually act as a combo. My hobbies are usually reading such, sci-techy books and all that comes. So I try to be as non-biased to our tech, but let's see. Okay, so moving
Yes,
on.
Aryan was part of the team that placed third at the Inter-IIT Sci-Tech quiz. So you know he's a pro on this topic. So yeah, let's move on to the fifth question of the second round.
Yeah. So when Microsoft Windows XP was converted from 32-bit to 64-bit format, millions of lines of code, as we all know, had to be transported and changed, and all that comes along with it. So in all that hassle, one of the programs got a very pretty nasty bug, uh, and such that a certain entity would pass through something like a ghost. I mean, there was no touch or something, if you can understand it. The developers tried to debug this problem, but since the code was written by an outside vendor, uh, so it was uncommented and they couldn't successfully do anything. So at last they had to cut it out. I want you to give me the program that was cut out of the Microsoft XP version, out of the Windows 7 version from the Windows XP. So that is
just
X.
just to interrupt, you cannot Google during the quiz, and like please don't Google. It spoils the fun.
Yeah.
We can actually read everything that you write on this, not only your tags. So I just wanted to share because one team is discussing about Googling. So if you are found Googling, like please don't Google. Okay.
Shane marks will be okay for
It's
that.
an instant default. No, it's not marks, it's instant disqualification. You're not even made it. Yeah. So Pounce is open. Pounce is open for 30 seconds. Pounce closes in 10. The teams bouncing are Team 1, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5, Team 8. Yeah, and that's 8. Pounce is now officially closed. Again, I'll read out the teams who are pounced. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Since Team 9 answered the last question, the question is direct to Team 10. Team 10, your answer, please.
Azure.
Azure is incorrect. Question is direct to Team 2 now. Team 2, your answer, please. Team 2, if there's no one bouncing, we'll pass to the next team. Sorry, answering it on bounce. I've not received messages from any of you either. So, moving on. Team 6, your answer, please.
Is it,
Can you hear me?
yes?
Hello? Yeah, Team 6.
Yeah. Is it something related to mouse cursors or something like that?
Is it
Just
Internet Explorer?
It's one from the team, sir.
Is it Internet Explorer? I'm Team 6.
Internet Explorer is incorrect. Yeah. Team 7, last, if you get this wrong, we'll have to go directly to the answer. Team 7, do you have an answer or are you passing? Okay, no answers from Team 7, so I'll consider that a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on to the answer. Aryan, take over.
Yeah, the answer is pinball. So I personally like this game a lot in XP and was really curious why Windows 7 didn't have it. So I searched for it and found the reason. So that formed the question. So pinball is the answer.
Of the teams of pounds, which is 1, 3, 4, 5, and 8, everyone's got it correct. So that's a plus 20 to everyone. And no team got it right on bounce. So that's a plus 0 to everyone else. And that marks the question without any negatives.
Sorry, just a second. 1, 3, 5, and 8. Did you say 4 as well?
4 as well, yeah.
Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to the next question.
So, Zahlen is the German word for numbers. Nothing special. So, this is the explanation for a very confusing notation in the world of science and maths, which I'm sure you have encountered. So, what is the confusing notation? Yeah, so Pounce starts from now. And what is the confusing notation you have to give me?
Closest in 10. Pounce closes in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pounce is closed. The team France have got team 3, team 4, team 5, team 6, team 8, and team 10. So since we had no answers last time around, the question is direct to team 9 again. Team 9, your answer please.
Integers.
Yeah, it is integer. They are denoted as Z.
Yeah.
Is it used to represent a set of integers? So
Yeah.
I'll read out the scores again for this question. Team 1 pounced and got it correct. Integer symbol. Team 3 pounced and got it correct. So that's plus 1 again. Team 4 got it correct. Team 5 got it correct. Team 6 got it correct. And Team 10 also got it correct. So everyone was pounced, got the answers correct. And Team 9 gets a plus 10.
What about 8?
Sir, you missed team 8.
Sorry, yeah, 8 I also got it correct. Yeah. If that is all,
Now this is the end of my thing.
Moving on to the next round, it is Pop Culture by Harry Patel. Harry, please take over.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Harry. I'm from Tripoli. I enjoy everything pop culture, except art, I guess. Books, music, movies. And that's what pop culture includes of music, entertainment, literature, and arts. And we call it MELA in the quizzing world as well, just acronymed. I'm also a big sports fan, a lot of sports. I watch a lot of sports. So yeah, that's about me. I guess we'll move on into the first question. Raven, if you will, please. All right, fairly simple. X was an author. He wrote the Y books, and he'd adapted them to film as well. He had no idea what he was doing, as he'd never written a screenplay before. After winning 2 Oscars, he decided to buy a book on screenwriting to learn how. Since everything he'd done so far was, in his words, off the top of his head, so he didn't know how to write a screenplay. In the first chapter of that book he bought, it said study Y1, Y being the Y used previously, the Y books. Fairly simple, ID, X, and Y, X being an author, Y being his work, which turned out his work being, the example that his screenwriting book had on its first page. Your time for Pounce starts now.
Goes without saying, if you're pouncing for the question, you need both X and Y correct. If you're answering on bounce, we will give you part marks. If you answer one of them, we'll give you a plus 5. But if you're pouncing, we need a plus, you need both parts correct. Otherwise, it's
Sir, what is Y here? Like the name or like how many?
No, it says the Y books. So like, let's say it was, if it's the Y books, I mean, it's the name of the books. It's not how many. The same Y is used later, study Y1. Being, I mean, it's fairly obvious from the question that it's both, a screenplay, a movie, and a book.
Okay, Pounce is now closed. Let's see the teams that are pouncing. Again, we need both X and Y here. Team 2 has pounced. Team 1 has pounced. If there's anyone else that has pounced, please let me know. But I think that's it.
No one has pounced. Now
Okay.
time's up.
All right. Direct to, was it?
Team 10, since Team 9 answered it correct last time.
All right. Yeah, so Team 10, if I can have your answer, please.
Mario Puzo?
And?
Don't remember.
All right, so I'll give you 5 for that, and then we move to the next team. So Team 10 answered Mario Puzo, which is X. Now, we're moving forward. If the next team can answer Y, they'll get the remaining 5 points. 5 or 10, Raven?
5.
All right.
So since teams 1 and 2 have pounced, the next part of the question is back to Team 3.
Is it Godfather?
Yeah, that's correct. So I'll give you 5 points as well. The answer is X Mario Puzo, Y being the Godfather series. So
But how did you get Mario Puzo without Godfather Team 10? Like, you are not Googling, right? Because that's really unfair to other teams.
No, because I got confused in the question. I thought that study what study. That was my confusion. I didn't know that they are asking the name of the book.
Yeah, it's okay, but take. Yeah.
So yeah, Mario Puzo, he wrote the Godfather series. He made a movie on Godfather 1. Then he bought a book to learn how to make movies, and on the first page it said study Godfather 1.
So the teams that are bounced, teams 1 and 2 have got it correct on both parts, so it's a plus 20 to both teams. Very well done, guys. Now is answering. And teams 3 and 10 get plus 5 each.
All right, so next question.
Moving on to the next question. Question 8.
All
The
right,
last round of this.
fairly simple. Identify the artist who is famous who painted these. I guess a small hint is notice that I said artist who is famous. It is put in quotes in the question as well. You have nothing to explain about this, so your pounce time starts now.
Process in 10. The teams that are bouncing so far is just one team, which is team 2 and team 3, sorry. And bounce is close with only teams 2 and 3 bouncing. And since team 3 has answered the last question, the question is direct to team 4.
But yeah, team 10 has also pounced, but just due to issues.
I didn't get your answer before. I said bounce closed, so
We have just pounced.
Just now it's.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not allowing that.
No. When it closed, it was still typing. Like, there has to be some boundary now.
Like if I keep extending it because each team is typing, it goes on forever. So I can't allow that. I'm sorry. When I say bounce is closing, that means answer in 10 seconds.
Only 2 and bounced.
Yeah, only 2 and 3 are bounced. Team 4, your answer please.
There is no negative for bounce round, right?
Yeah, there is no negative.
Is it Vincent Van Gogh?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Team 5.
Bhaiya, hello.
Yeah.
I am from team 1. Actually, one of my teammates had pounced, but in tagging acumen, he made a spelling mistake. So you weren't tagged. Can you say?
Fine, I'll consider it. Please don't do that again.
No. Even one typed the answer after.
No, sir. We had typed the answer after you saying it was closed. So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, thanks for being honest, team 1.
Okay.
All right, correct to team 5.
Team 5, any answers?
Okay, no answers. So I'm just going to go to team 6.
Yeah, team 6 here.
Team 5. Team 5 here.
Hitler.
Is it?
Hitler. Adolf Hitler.
Team 6.
Team 6.
I'm going to
Adolf
give it
Hitler.
to team 6 because I said, we called out team 5 twice. And then I called for team 6, so I'm currently I'm for team 6.
Team 6 Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I got it, man.
Team 3 has got it correct on Pounce, Adolf Hitler, and Team 2 has also got it correct on Pounce, which is Adolf Hitler. So teams 2 and 3 get a plus 20, and Team 6 gets a plus 10.
Yeah, Adolf Hitler, artist who is famous because he's not famous for his art, so not famous artist. Painted throughout his life. But not professionally, wasn't very good at it, I guess, relatively. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's also it for round 2. So round 3, round.
Okay, that's it for round 2, and this is the end of the topic questions for now, which will resume again in round 4.
So can you please
Round
display the
3,
scorecard? If you don't have anything.
yeah, I'll just read out the scores. Are the scores ready, guys?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they're ready. Do you want me to read them out? Team 1 has 150 points. Team 2 has 120 points. Team 3 has 175 points. Team 4 has 160 points. Team 5 has 125 points. Team 6 has 150 points. Team 7 has 65 points. Team 8 has 110 points. Team 9 has 135 points. And Team 10 has 100 points. So I believe that is Team 3 in the lead with 175 points, followed by Team 4 at 160, and teams 1 and 6 at 150 at the top.
So can you please repeat the score of team 1?
I mean, 150.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I won't be repeating more scores. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll have to repeat after.
Okay.
Next.
So yeah, there's still tight competition in both the top and the middle parts. But don't worry, guys, if you're not among them, because at the end of the quiz, just a small spoiler, but we are going to give you the chance to catch up. So moving on to the next round, which is again a written round. Same rules as the first question, except this time full house will count for plus 20. So the max scores increase from 85 to 95. Again, all the rules for the previous written round still apply. All 5 answers at the end in one message and one tag in the same message. If that is not there, I'm not counting it at all. So consider yourself won. And yeah, it's fine. We'll give you an ample time to type the answer. So you don't need to answer after each question. That just breaks up the whole thing. And I can't properly read if you answered in time or not. Is that clear, guys? Is there any questions?
Sir, actually, last में only 30 seconds is a very less time. So इस बार थोड़ा सा.
I'll give you, sir. I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a full minute this time. Just have your answers ready to type them out. Okay. So yeah, coming to this round, I will show you a Google Doodle, and you will have to explain what's going on or identify something. I'll tell you what I require in each question. So yeah, let's start off with the first question. Just tell me what this is about. What is the Google Doodle commemorating? You can give me a term or you can give me a proper noun. Both of them work. Fairly easy for your IIT students, obviously. So, yeah. Moving on to the second question of the written noun. What is the Google Doodle here commemorating? It's very obvious if you look closely, but there are obvious traps here too. Question number 3. Fairly easy. Again, it seems like there are 2 correct answers to this, but trust me, there's only one. And look closely, because if your answer is wrong, I will not give you points if you're staying. move on, doodle number 4. And the last question of the written round, question number 5. That's it for 5 questions. I'll cycle back once more, after which
Sir,
we'll
I
start.
have a doubt. I have a doubt. Actually, we have to write the event that is there or what it denotes because what do we have to write?
Both of them work.
What?
Both of them work. Both of them are fine.
I can't hear. Hello.
Hello, am I audible
हाँ
now?
यस यस बट मेरा नेटवर्क इशू इसलिए बीच में कट हो रहा है अगर किसी का सपोज बर्थडे है तो वी हैव टू राइट दैट इट इज हिज बर्थडे इसीलिए है क्या
नहीं just describe what it is about. You don't need to write birthday and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll cycle back once more, after which I'll start the timer for the final answers. Question 1, easy for you IIT guys. Is anyone blocking hints on this?
Yes.
Sir.
Block on every
Yes.
question.
Okay. Easy question, I see. Okay.
Block.
Block.
Hints on this too? Kept thinking I should have made it harder, but let's see. Question number 3.
Block.
Wait, I can hear someone speaking, but
I think it was just an echo on Arnav's
okay.
side.
Cool.
I want to block hints. Block hints for this one.
Okay, that's fine. Hints are blocked for this question. Question number 4. You can see the answer. This question is not for you. So no more hints. Question number 5. Please send in your answers. I'll give you guys a minute. Write all your answers on one message and tag me in the same message. If you're writing it in separate messages, I'm not going to count.
Bhaiya, can you show the 4th question again?
Yeah. Okay, I have received the answer from team 1. Team 2 has not submitted. Okay, team 2 has not submitted their answer yet. Team 3, I've got your answer.
The second question, can we get it again, please? Second question.
Yeah. Team 4, I have got your answer. Team 5, I've got your answer. Team 6, I've got your answer. Team 7, I have got your answer. Please don't send multiple answers. I'm counting whatever I've seen as the final. Team 8, got your answer. Team 9 got your answer. And Team 10, I have received your answer. And that's closed as of now. Okay, let's move on to the answers. Moderators, please be on the lookout. And let's start. First question, guys.
Hello. What is about Team 10?
Team 10, I have got your answers.
Answer?
Yeah, I've got your answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So first question, guys.
भैया कैन यू वेट एक सेकंड भैया ये एक टीम ने शायद से स्टेकिंग है इसमें वो बोल्ड हो जाता था, एक बार वो कंफर्म करवा लीजिए।
If it is bold, I will consider it state.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
Could you check of team 9? I think they've given 2 as their answers.
Team 9, so since you've sent both after, before I've said that the answers are closed, I'll consider the second one.
Excuse me, hello.
Yeah.
I'm from team 9 and we had staked in the first one. So can you consider the answers in the first one itself? The first
hang on, let me see.
No, second is also staked, but it's getting italicized or.
Yeah. So second one you have staked 1, 3, 4, and 5. So it's fine. Yeah. I got it. I got it.
Sir, Aryan from team 1. I have specifically mentioned that I have staked all the answers, like one particular stroke, and I have written all staked. So
okay, fine. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got both of them. Fine. Take care. Does anyone else have anything to say? Okay. Let's move on. First question. Anyone? Answers?
Schrodinger's birthday.
Schrodinger's birthday. Schrodinger works. Schrodinger's cat
Bhaiya,
also works.
excuse me.
Yeah.
I have numbered a question wrongly.
Which team?
Team 2.
Oh, let me check.
Excuse me.
Should be deducted for that.
What have you numbered wrongly? Again, let me see.
Fourth
one. Fine. Okay. Who's taking it? Shikshanshu, please look into this.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm from team 7.
Team 7.
क्वेश्चन 1, 3, 4 और 5 का आंसर दिया था और उसके बाद हमें 2 का रियलाइज हुआ तो हमने अलग से लिखा है.
No, that is after I closed it, so it's fine. That's not counted. Sorry.
Okay.
I just gave an extra 2 minutes because I was clearing doubts, but the answers was closed at the same time when I said before. I'm not going to count anything that is sent after I've said the answers are closed. So it's fine. We're not counting that.
Actually, hello, Bhaiya.
Yeah. Which team?
Yeah, actually, this is team 6.
Yeah.
Actually, before the Pounce closed, we actually changed one answer. Is that okay?
Before the Pounce closed, I
Not
don't
to
see
edit it, nah. Why have you edited it?
No, I was monitoring their chat. Previously, they had just written the answer and then they edited and tagged. There's no fault there.
I've said I'm only going to consider answers where all the answers are given. So even if you want to answer it a second time, you have to give all the answers. So I'm not going to consider the second one that you sent.
Okay.
Okay, Akshat? Yeah. Good.
Yeah, all right.
Fine. Let's move on. This is if you have any further doubts, please save them till the end of the round. Second one.
Star Trek anniversary.
Star Trek is correct. If you answered Star Wars, that's obviously a 0, and if you stake, that's a -10. Again, see, I don't need anything like birthdays or anniversaries or something. Just tell me what's going on in the picture, and that will be good enough for me. Third question.
Queen.
Yeah, what have you got for this?
Queen's Freddie Mercury.
The Queen or Freddie Mercury? Like I mentioned, like I don't want the incident. I just want what's going on in the picture. Freddie Mercury is correct because he's been spotlighted even though the whole band is shown, because this is about Freddie Mercury only. Going on, Queen is incorrect again. Number 4.
Louis Braille.
Louis Braille, all are correct. Number 5.
Emilia
Earhart, also correct. That's all the 5 questions. A lot of you guys have gotten full marks. So I'll just wait for the moderators to update the scores.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, in that Emilia Earhart, instead of AM, I have done spelling mistake.
Mistakes are counted as long as I can understand what's going on. So it's fine. Okay. Moderators, do you have your scores ready?
we just have a problem. Like one team has mentioned the answers with the exact which anniversary it is, like 46th anniversary, 90th, because that is clearly Googling. I mean,
Which team is this?
this is team 2. Like they have even mentioned the year, like 46 Star Trek anniversary, 126 Schrodinger's birthday. I mean, even the question setter does not know that much.
Okay. Is this correct though? Are the dates of the anniversaries correct?
Let me just.
For the Google Doodle? Can you just check into that?
Yeah. It's all of them are correct.
All of them are correct. Sorry, team 2, sorry, you're going to have to be disqualified because there is no way this is correct and you know the dates of the Google Doodles. Because I set the quiz after looking up the Google Doodles and I don't know the dates. I mean, it's frankly unbelievable that you guys are still doing this after being told multiple times. So yeah, sorry, we're disqualifying you. Team 2, do you have anything to say? I did mention before that I just need what's going on in the page. You don't even have to know this.
Sir, would they be disqualified now? I wasn't present.
Yeah, team 2 is disqualified.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so.
Okay, is there anyone else?
Yeah, let me just check if. Because some have made WhatsApp groups and all. So. No, rest of the.
If there's anyone with clear programming, it's happening.
There was also this team, right? Team 10 was talking about Googling.
Yeah, but don't Google, okay, Team 10.
Team 10, since I've not seen anything like very obvious from you guys, I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, you guys are clearly talking about Googling, and that's obviously still a problem.
Yeah, but
I warned them before. They haven't talked about it since, so I don't know what.
Yeah, it's not only talking, just don't Google either. Yeah. Because I don't know if you guys are talking off the Discord. Okay.
So we have the scores.
Yeah, I'll give. So meanwhile, team 1 has got 245 points. Team 2 disqualified. Team 3 has got 270 points. Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, team 3 has got 270 points. Team 4 has got 255 points. Team 5 has got 185 points. Team 6 has got 205 points. Team 7 has got 125 points. Team 8 has got 205 points. Team 9 has got 195 points. And Team 10 has got 160 points, which means the leaders at the moment are Team 3 with 270. In second place with 255 is Team 4, and close behind in third place is Team 1 with 245 points.
Sir,
yeah.
Could you please repeat the score for Team 4?
I'll repeat. Revant, are you back? Team 4 got 255 points. Yeah, so no more repetitions.
200 and yeah, that matter.
Yeah, just listen carefully.
Team 4 has 255 points with 95 points in the last round.
Yeah, if you want the last round scores, I'll just give them to them. Give them to you once really quickly. Team 1 95, Team 3 95, Team 4 95, Team 5 60, Team 6 55, Team 7 60, Team 8 95, Team 9 60, and Team 10 60. Yeah, we'll move on.
Okay. Moving on, let's wrap this up quickly. The fourth round and the last dry pounce round are the last proper round of this quiz before we'll give you guys a chance to catch up with the group leaders. Dry pounds, again, same as last round. The rules are pretty clear. Again, this is plus 20 and minus 10. Sorry for the typo again. It'll happen the same format as last round with 5 topics this time instead of just 4. And the first part starts with History by Nabil Khan.
Hello guys.
So is it plus 20 minus 10 for the pound?
Yeah, it is plus 20 minus 10. Sorry for
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah.
So I'm Nabil Khan, and this topic is probably my favorite of all of quizzing. I also like Mela, but this is like what I'm properly good at. And history can encompass everything, but we're mostly restricted to architecture and wars and all that. So let's begin. Event.
First question of the fourth round.
So basically, this is a map, and I've blotted out these points to you, and there are some things there. So I need you to connect all of these. Now, the important thing is you need to count their numbers and keep in mind the locations.
Pounce closes in 30 seconds.
Anyone pouncing? Okay, is anyone blocking, or do you need more hints?
Yeah,
Blocked.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm closing down 10 seconds. I've received answers from team 1. Team 2 is disqualified. Team 3, no answer, no pounds, sorry. Team 4, no pounds. Team 5, pounds. Team 6 has pounced. Team 7 has not pounced. Team 8 has not pounced. Team 9 has pounced. And Team 10 has not pounced. That's it. Pounce is closed. And that's it. Moving on to bounce. This time it's a reverse thing. So we'll start from Team 10, which has not pounced. So Team 10, it's your question.
Team 10. You can take a guess or you can pass.
Which team?
Team 10.
Crusades?
That's not correct. So
Okay.
which one is the previous one?
9, 9.
Uh,
9.
9,
Hold
9.
up.
No, but team 9 has already pounced.
9 has pounced, so we'll give it to Team 8.
Is the answer the ports of Ottoman Empire?
Good guess, but not true.
Team 7. Team 7, any answers?
We'll pass.
It's a pass.
Team 7 has passed. Team 6 has pounced. Team 5 has also pounced. Team 4, it's your turn. Team 4, any answers?
Sir, again, there is no negative for a guess, right?
No.
There is no negative for it.
Sir, is it 7 wonders of the world?
So unfortunately, you were very close, but no. You missed a vital thing.
Like
Team 3 has pounced. No. Team 4, please stay quiet because your answer is wrong. And we have to complete the round. Team 3
Sir,
has
can we try
pounced.
now from team 10?
Hang on. Team what? Which team? Sorry.
Hello, can we try?
Yeah. Which team are you
Wait,
from?
they're in team 10. Yeah, they're in team 10. Wait.
The wonders of the world.
No. Keep quiet right now.
Listen, stay quiet. Team 3 has pounced. Team 2 is disqualified. Team 2 has also pounced. So Team 1 has also pounced. So it's direct to Team 10.
7 older wonders of the world.
Team 10, wait, have you pounced?
Yes.
Team 10
No,
hasn't
we
pounced.
haven't pounced.
Team 10, your chance to answer has completed.
We
just
finished. We started.
calm down for now. And I think Team 3 did not pounce. They pounced after the time limit. So
Sir, we want to answer.
Then your mic is a bit like can someone else answer?
Team 3. All of you have you pounced before or after the puzzle?
Sir, I want to answer it. Can I answer it now? I'm from team 3.
Okay, hang on a second. Aditya, wait. Team 3 has pounced, but was it after the buzzer or before the buzzer?
Yeah, it was after the buzzer.
Okay, then we're not counting. Cool. Move on.
Yes, sir. So this is the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
That is
correct. And
unfortunately, guys, no one has written 7 wonders or 7 wonders of the world. That is incorrect.
so the key thing was the ancient world because 6 of them don't exist right now. Only the pyramids of Giza remain. So
And
the correct answer
this
is
should have been obvious considering India is not in the map for Taj Mahal. But we go again. Anyways, next question. All right, let me just announce the scores for this round. This question. Team 1 has pounced and got it incorrect. It is -10. Team 3 has not pounced. Team 5 has pounced and got it correct. Very good answering, guys. Team 6 is pounced and is written 7 wonders. Team 7 has not pounced.
Sir, has team 3 got it incorrect?
Team 3 gets 0 because you pounced after the buzzer. So,
No, but they got it correct on
Yeah,
bounce.
you get 10 for
Okay, then you get 10 points. Okay. Our team 9 has pounced and has got it incorrect because it's 7 wonders of the world. And team 10 gets a 0 because they have not answered it. Okay. Did you get that, Harry? All of it?
Yeah, I've got all of it. We're good to go.
Moving on to the next question.
okay. So this is a line said by a probably the greatest and the most famous athlete in track and field history. So he said that when some people asked him why he was endorsing a specific candidate, that some people say Hitler snubbed me, but I tell you, Hitler didn't snub me. I'm not knocking the president down. Remember, I'm not a politician, but remember that the president did not send a message of congratulations because people said he was too busy. So, this is a guy who's had his fair share of bad luck in life, and you may know him and you may not, but he's a very famous person. Now, if you want to go for the answer, I tell you go for the timeline. And remember, track and field history wasn't as big as it is right now as it was then. Sorry, it wasn't as big then than it is now. So, what are the like sport where it could have been that famous?
Okay. Opans is open. Proceed for you.
We have to name the personality.
Yeah, you have to name the personality.
Okay.
Okay, your pounds closing in 10 seconds. The teams that are pounced are Team 1, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5, Team 6, Team 7, Team 8, Team 9, and Team 10. Okay, pounds are officially closed. Everyone has pounds. So now can we go directly to the answer?
Yeah, so the answer is Jesse Owens.
And
you may recognize this famous picture of him. And the president he's talking about is FDR. So,
good job, guys. Everyone got it correct again for the second time in this quiz. And that means points to everyone, or as we say in the quiz club, points to no one. No one gets a score. It's on plus 0. So moving on to the next chapter of the round. We will now talk about Bollywood with Akshat Sinha returning after this sports section. Akshat, please.
Yeah, hey guys, once again. So I'm back with Bollywood. Like I said, I'm mostly interested in male and stuff. And Bollywood is like a very small subsection of it. But yeah, so let's get to it. Can we have the first question? Yeah, it's starting. Yeah, okay. So I'll just read it out. The film X has been enlisted as a case study in marketing management courses in Y colleges. After the movie caught the imagination of the Indian audience, Y saw a staggering 32% increase of the country's tourism. Multiple tour companies started tailor-made adventure trails, and flights have also been rescheduled between India and Y. Yeah, so it's a fairly easy one. Let me know if you guys need any hints. And the pound starts now. You have 30 seconds.
I see lots of messages saying Bollywood, just Bollywood.
Yeah.
So.
What do we have to write in answer?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So specify X and Y both. X and specify in your answer what is X and what is Y if you are pouncing.
Like only we can.
No, both X and Y. And I'm sure if you know X, you know Y.
Yeah, blocked. Hint is blocked.
Yeah.
And guys, if you've already sent both, but you have not marked which is X and which is Y.
Yeah, please. Please mark.
Yeah, free to do so. Just send another message. Pounce is closing.
Do we have to mark X and Y? I
Yeah.
have written the answers as it is.
Yeah, mark X and Y.
Yeah,
which is
mark
X and which is.
Yeah, okay.
It's not particularly hard. So.
Yeah, okay.
Pounce is now closed. Let's take everyone who's pounced so far. Again, guys, remember, please tag me, otherwise you're not counted. Team 1 has pounced. Team 3 has also pounced. Team 4 has pounced. Team 5 has not pounced, sorry. Team 6 has not pounced. Team 7 has not pounced. Team 8 has not pounced. Team 9 and 10 have pounced. Okay. It's called, so it's reverse pounce, and there's no team which has answered it correctly so far. This is the direct is still team 9. Oh, wait, sorry. It was team 3 who answered it correct last.
Yeah.
So it's team 2, team 1. Team 1 has pounced. Team 10
And
has
also team
pounced.
7, I guess you have tagged after the time limit.
Okay, team 9 direct. I'll look into team 7.
Team 9 or team 2? Oh, yeah, team 9. Team 9, yes.
Actually, team 9 we have pounced, so.
Yeah, team 9 pounds. I remember you saying 9 pounds.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sorry. And it's right team 8.
8, yeah.
Team 8, any answers, any guesses?
Wait.
And Spain.
Sorry?
स्पेन एंड जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा.
Yeah, all right. So that is correct. So X here is the iconic film Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and Y is obviously Spain. And just a fun fact, multiple hotels across India had their own versions of La Tomatina Festival after the release of the movie.
I remember one where it was in Hyderabad and it was a massive failure. Don't call it it matter in the end. So regarding the answers, team 1 has bounced and got it incorrect, so that's a minus. Team has not bounced. Have you bounced? No, you haven't bounced. Team 3 hasn't bounced. Team 4 has bounced and got it correct. Team 5 has not bounced. Team 6 has not bounced. Team 7 answered it. Team 7 bounced after the deadline, so I'll give you a 0. You answered it incorrect and you should get a -10. Team 8 has not bounced. Oh, sorry, Team 8 got it correct on bounce, right? Or was it Team 9?
No, team 8.
Team 8.
Team 8 got it correct on bounce, so it's a +10. Team 9 has bounced and got it correct. And Team 10 has got it correct as well. So
Yeah.
one wrong answer there in this round.
Yeah, so Can we have the next question?
Moving on to the next question.
Yeah, so all right, this one is also like fairly easy. Why will you be familiar with this place? You can give a proper noun, you can give explanation, whatever. So I don't think you require any hints, and your pound starts now.
What do you have to answer here? Why this?
You can just give a proper noun, you can give an explanation, whatever you want.
Okay, okay.
On second thought, give a brief description, like one line.
So this is obviously from Bollywood. Bollywood money movies. If you just give the movie, that's not enough. Describe what's going on.
Yeah, describe.
We have to give the name of the movie or matlab what? Because
Give the name of the movie and just a brief description of what it relates to the movie, how it relates to the movie.
Like two proper nouns. The
Yes,
movie.
two proper nouns.
Yeah.
Okay, Pounce is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pounce is now closed. Team pouncing are Team 1, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5, Team 6, Team 7, Team 8, Team 9. Everyone's pouncing. Okay, so let's head directly to the answer.
And I'm sure you must all have got it. This is the iconic scene. And also just a tip in for Bollywood quizzing, whenever in doubt, just answer DDLJ. I'm guessing all of you.
That is painfully true because I've gotten many a question wrong in Bollywood. Thank you, Akshay.
Yeah, all right, that's it
People
from my
have been very
side.
descriptive in the answer. Someone's typed out Ja Simran Ja. Oh, okay, fine. So I think everyone has concept got it correct.
Some team, I think it was team 10, they wrote Bunty and Bubbly, I think. Someone
Okay,
wrote.
I haven't got into that yet. But if you
And
have,
then
if you
they
have
deleted it.
Guys,
And then they deleted it.
do not delete your answers. You
Yeah,
know what you've
please.
written.
Okay.
But we can make modifications within the time we are given for pouncing, right?
Okay, but the time had closed.
Okay, listen. So, fine. The final answer that you have received, I've received from you guys is you've written action scene and tagged me. That is wrong, so I'll give you -10. So you've not written DDLJ anywhere, so obviously I'm going to not count.
Okay, yeah. So you can modify, no problem.
If it's within the time limit, you can modify. Obviously, moderators are watching, and like in this case, then let me know. And I think that's it. The next is Travel, Life and Culture by Manan Kapoor. So, Harry, every team that's found, which is all teams have got it right, except team 10, which gets a -10.
Yeah, got it. I'm audible, right?
Yes, Manan. Please
Okay.
state.
Hi, guys. I'm Manan, and I'm from Chemical Engineering Department. And my favorite part of quizzing is pop culture and DLC. DLC here stands for Travel, Living, and Culture. So in DLC, you'll see a mix of questions ranging from different places, cuisines, and cultures, of course. So let's begin. Okay, so the first question. This iconic photograph, so of a Marxist revolutionary, X, known as Guerrilla, so which literally translates to heroic guerrilla fighter, was captured by some artist on March 5, 1960 at a memorial service event. Now, this photo was used by a student group and an anarchist group in Europe in late 60s, and now this has become a cultural shorthand for rebellion and one of the most recognizable and reproduced images of all time. So this image, you must have seen it. This is very common image. You must have seen it somewhere on cups, t-shirts, accessories. Now, why is a memoir that traces the early travels of X and his friend as they explored South America? Now, this trip was very important in X's life because it was during this trip that he was exposed to social injustices and exploitation and repression in South America, which set him onto path of becoming a very famous revolutionary. Now you have to give me X and Y.
Pounce is open and it closes in
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I have a doubt.
Yes,
If
go
we
ahead.
only like one part of the answer, then do we get like half marks or something? If we pounce.
Only on bounce. If you're bouncing, you need both parts correct.
Okay, okay.
Which is why we've asked you to write why. But anyways, bounces closing 10. The teams that I've received bounces so far is team 1, team 3, team 4, team 5, team 6, team 8, and team 10. Again, guys, I need Y2. Sponsors closing and yeah, right both guys. So sponsors closing 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So team 1. Your team's not bouncing a team. Actually, everyone bounced within the time limit. So let's just go directly to the answer. Is there any team that has not bounced? As far as I can see, everyone's bounced within the time limit. Okay, then let's go directly to the answer. Manan, yeah.
So X is Che Guevara and Y is Motorcycle Diaries, his biography.
Sir, I had a doubt. So within the time limit when the pounds limit was not closed, I had actually specified the location instead of the Motorcycle Diaries, but then we edited it before you said the pounds was closed. So yeah, we edited
which
the
team?
answer before you said team 1. If you can check it on our
Team 1,
Discord.
Team 1, I can confirm that you've edited before I sent it to
No,
school.
I
So it's
have not
fine.
edited before. Yeah.
Yeah, they edited before you close the bounce.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen your answer reach me before the bounce is closed, so it's fine. Yeah, team 1 has bounced and got it correct. Team 3 has bounced and
Team 3 just wrote motorcycle.
okay. So yeah,
they wrote diaries once the
so
pounce was
That should be a
closed.
negative. That should be negative, right?
Yeah, I'm not counting that test. No, sorry. Team 3, tough luck, but please write a full answer in the message. Team 4 is correct. Team 5 is incorrect. Wait. That's Team 5. Okay. Team 5 is La Coubre Explosion. Okay.
Yeah,
Which I
that's
don't know what that
something else. That's something entirely different.
Yeah, I just don't want to be racist in case it's the Spanish version of Motorcycle Diaries.
No, it's
Anyways, Team 5 has gotten it incorrect. Team 6 has gotten it correct. Team 7 is incorrect. Team 7 is incorrect, so that's -10. Team 8 has gotten it correct. Team 9 has also gotten it correct. And Team 10 is also correct. Hari, did you get all of that?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay, so you have to give me X. So the origins of X are unknown, but this is one of the more popular stories about its origin. So the story goes like in Mahabharata, when the Pandavas, Draupadi, and their mother Kunti were in exile after losing their kingdom in a game of dice. So like Kunti, she wanted to test Draupadi, so she threw her a challenge and she gave her some leftover aloo sabzi and some amount of dough and ordered her to cook something that would satisfy all the five brothers. So yeah, she wanted to see if Draupadi was kind of self-sufficient and like if she would be biased or favor one brother. So Draupadi made something which is believed to be the earliest variation of X. X is a very popular dish. You have to give me X.
Answers now open. I've received answers from 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if team 5 is planning on pouncing, we'll move on. Otherwise, we can't closing pounce in 10 seconds. Five, four, three, two, and 1. Team 5, your answer please.
Team 5.
Okay, according to pounce within
Yeah, they tagged me instead of you. Would that
Okay,
count?
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. As long as you tag an acumen member, you
Yeah.
can spell it.
Didn't change the answer.
Okay, everyone's pounced. Very good, guys, and very overconfident. Okay. Moving on to the answer. Manan, please take it away.
So it is Golgappa, and if you have written Pani Puri, that works too. So yeah, that's it.
Even Fuchka should work for the Bengali fellow.
Yeah. So any name will do.
Please clarify me on all the various names of Pani Puri.
Golgappas, Puchkas, Pani Patasha, Pani Puri.
Gupchup.
Yeah, Gupchup.
That's a lot of names. Is it? I've always known it to be referred to Pani Puris. Okay. Cultural distance. Fine. Okay. Let's move on. I'll just convert the responses.
Yeah. Points all
Team one
around,
has
right?
bounced. Oh wait. I just have to see if everyone's got it correct.
Yeah.
So team 1 has gotten it correct. Team 3 has also gotten it correct. Team 4 has gotten it correct. Team 5 is correct. Team 6 is correct. Team 7 is correct. Team 8 is correct. Team 9 is correct. And Team 10 is Team 10 correct? Who's moderating Team 10?
Yeah, 6, 9 is before you close the pounce, so that's correct.
Okay, fine. Cool. I got sweat some team answered Paratha, but okay. And I could swear that's Team 10. Can you look
No,
into this?
earlier we wrote paratha, but after
Yes,
within the time limit, within
before
the time limits we changed it.
before time limit only, but
Yeah,
Is that
within the time
correct?
limit.
Who was in charge?
so will
Yeah,
it be
that's
okay?
correct. It's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's correct then. Yeah, Harry, points all around. Everyone gets points plus 20 or
Yeah.
0. Yeah. Next round, it's India. India, our country, and it's Prakhar Rajpali and Shai Shrey.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. So I'm Prakhar, I'm from CSE, and in India, like it's a wide range. Like for every topic you had before can come under India. So let's go. Okay, so
Okay. Talk a bit about yourself, Prakhar.
okay, I'm okay. So I like quizzing like topics are like India. I like business also very much, and the science and a little bit of Bollywood that comes under India basically. So uh, that's it, I guess.
Okay. Let's move on to the first question then.
Okay, so this is fairly easy. Okay, Jayant Rane is an illustrator who has been sketching X for last 30 years. Okay, so his sketches frequently feature celebrities drawn with chubby cheeks, round eyes, long eyelashes, no nose, and like everything you can see. So basically, this is an easy question, and it has been used in this quiz before. So you can start pouncing and all.
Pounds open, close in 30 seconds.
Okay, I guess everyone has pounced.
Prakhar, can you just repeat exactly what you need? Because
Okay, it's a particular cartoon. That's it. You just tell the name of that thing.
yeah.
Not okay.
Okay, Pounce is closed and everyone has bounced. So I guess we'll just go ahead with the answer.
Okay, so answer is Amul girl. Amul ads will work. Okay. So I guess.
Okay.
Yes, Amul should work. Like, right, चलेगा चलता है कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए. Okay, so next question चलते. I guess सबने आंसर दिया, सबका 20 है.
Okay, everyone's got 20, so everyone's got 0. And yeah, that's about it. Next question.
Next question. So MS Sethi was hired as a draughtsman in 1950s. He would sit with the officials, discuss everyday objects, and remembered and then sketched them in pencil. Though Sethi retired in 1990s, many of his designs remain in or available for use. Where would you find his design and who was he employed by? So, like he's a kind of artist, and you can see his design in some place. So, okay, so where would you see his design? That's the answer. Question समझा सबको?
Sir, what do we have to write in the answer? That I did not understand.
अरे लाइक उसकी डिजाइन तुम्हें कहाँ दिखती है, लाइक कहाँ दिखती है या फिर उनको किसने एम्प्लॉय किया, इन दोनों में से कोई भी एक आंसर दिए तो तुम्हें चल जाएगा, ठीक है.
Okay.
Where can you see his design? What are his designs? ये भी बता दिया तुमने कि उसकी डिजाइन क्या किया है, बहुत है, आएगा उतने से हो जाएगा.
Yeah, I think we've explained enough and it's pretty clear how to answer it. So we're not going to take any further hints and Pounce closes in 10.
टीम 1 हो गया, टीम 3 ठीक है, टीम 4,
Everyone except
टीम
team 8 has
5,
gone.
टीम 6, 7, 8 ने नहीं दिया अभी तक.
Okay. So Pounce is now closed and question is direct. Team 8. Team 8, your answer please.
Election symbols.
Yes, answer is election symbols.
Election
All
symbols is
or ECI or political party symbols, all works.
Okay.
So
So
he
let's
needs
see.
this. Okay, so everyone gets 10 except team 8. Team 8 gets 10. Oh, sorry, everyone gets 20. Team 8 gets 10. Okay.
I think that's it for India then. Very good quizzing this round around. And the last is our favorite topic of many quizzes, memes. So, Shikshanshu, take it away.
Hi guys, I'm Shikshanshu. I'm from CST department in Kapli Hostel. I don't really like quizzing about topics like sci tech business because they require you to have a lot of knowledge beforehand. Like, pata hi ho na. Like topics like pop culture, memes, anime. Like my favorite would have been anime, but वो नहीं कर सकते फ्रेशर quiz में because obviously not everyone watches anime. So we are going with memes. So let's keep going. Can you have the first question? Yeah, this is a trend. You can see the timeline. Meme trend of 2020 were rather short-lived, but it was like really popular, kind of like annoying, but really popular. So you just have to guess the meme by the time frame. It was a meme that was famous in India. That's all that I can give you as hints.
If you want a further hint, it's only popular in India. So it's an Indian name. Yeah. I know this is very unfair to you guys because August 9th, all of you must have been preparing hard for your exams. But yeah, this is it. If you've gone anywhere online in that time frame, you've seen this. Pounce closes in 20 seconds. Okay, so Pounce is now closed. I think everyone has pounced except Team 8 again. Is there anything that is not pounced? Aside from Team 8.
Is the answer Binod?
Yeah.
Okay, was that Team 8? Was that Team 8 who answered? Okay, fine. If it is Team 8, then fine.
That's the
Fine.
correct answer. Yes.
Okay. So Team 1 pounced and got it correct. So that's a plus 20. Team 3 did not pounce, but anyways, it was straight to Team 8 and you got it correct, so it's fine. Team 4 pounced and got it incorrect. It is not Amit Shah's chronology Samjaya, but it's fine. Team 5 is Cooker Mein Chana is incorrect. Sorry guys. Team 6, Vinod is correct. Team 7, just give me a second. Vinod is also correct. Team 8 got a plus 10 because direct to them. Team 9, chronology meme also incorrect again. And Team 10, Vinod, is also correct. That's it.
So
now,
that's
yeah. Moving on to the next question. Vinod.
uh, so this is a song. This is a, like, you can call a meme trend. Urban Dictionary is a website that defines things for millennials. So every time there is a song that people don't know the name of, and someone asks what is the song, people just write like X and Y, where X is the artist and Y is the song. So this is also annoying, but it helped the song gain 130 million views on YouTube. So it's pretty popular. You would have seen it on YouTube and stuff. Like, so that's it.
ID X and Y, and please mention what is X and what is Y. If you got it incorrect, that is wrong.
Yeah. Please mention X and Y for this because you can get it wrong.
The example. What's the song at the beginning? And two people reply with blank and blank. That's it. I'll just go back to the question. Pounce is now open. Team 10 has bounced. Team 1 has not bounced. Team 3 has bounced. Team 5 has bounced. Team 7 and 8 have bounced. Pounce is now closed. Team 3 has got your answer. Yeah. So since Team 8 was the one who answered it on direct last time round, the direct goes to Team 6 because I had closed before you answered. Team 6, your answer please. Team 6?
Team 6, can we have your answer? You're on direct.
Team 6, if you're not answering, we'll pass to the next person, next team. Give me 5 more seconds. Okay, 5 more seconds. I think this is problem with me.
Darude, Team 6, Darude.
Okay, and what is Y?
What is Darude's X or Y first? That's okay.
Darude might be the song. It's my friends. I don't know what it is.
Darude is a song. Okay.
Song
and what is the artist?
I don't know.
You don't know the artist.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not familiar with the songs, but my friend insists that he something. Darude is the word. He says sandstone. Darude and sandstone.
So which is which?
Yeah. My God, Darude might be the artist and Samson might be the song. I think so. X is Darude. X is Darude. I use
Okay,
Sandstorm.
that's
You
right.
told it now.
I
That is
guess
correct.
that is
And team
correct.
6, somehow you scored plus 10. A lot of chaos there. But yes.
Oh, I don't. I'm not familiar, but my teammate he is unable to connect to the voice, so he just texted me in
Okay.
the Discord and no.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I was just joking. Team 1 has not answered, so that's 0 for them. Team 3 has answered W is Sunstorm. That's fine. Team 4 has not answered. Team 5 is never gonna get him off, and Rick Astley. Close but no cigar on that one. Team 6 gets plus 10. So Team 5 gets minus 10 for Rick Astley. Team 6 gets plus 10. Team 7, Donald Sandstone is correct. Team 8 is also says Rick Roll. Okay, that's incorrect. Team 9 did not bounce. And Team 10, Dynamite BPS is incorrect. So that's a minus 10 again.
Where is this song from? I do not know about it. If you can tell, please.
Okay, so this is Daryl Sandstrom, by I think it's Swedish or Finnish artist. Shikshanshu, if you want to take over.
I'm not really sure about which language it is in, but it's like mostly like a soundtrack. Not really.
Yeah, it's EDM-ish or something.
Yeah, electrical music.
So,
But it's definitely not the song you were looking for.
No, I'm just saying if it originated in a movie or something, like it should be popular.
No,
Oh.
No, it's just from memes. Maybe Reddit. I don't know where it originated from.
Okay.
So Wikipedia says that it was used as
Some
background
people, I think, yeah, it
while
originated from a
people were
stream
streaming.
playing background music, Darude. And next time, whenever this stream used to play any different music, everyone would just start Darude Sandstorm in comments. And that stream was viewers leaked everywhere. And that's how the meme was born. Sorry, I'm good and very free in life. So I'm moving historian now. Okay, I think that's it for this round. Isn't that it? Yeah, and scores, please. Harry.
Yeah, I'll give you the scores. Team 1 with 365, Team 3, 380, Team 4, 385, Team 5, 275, Team 6, 345, Team 7, 255, Team 8, 325, Team 9, 315, and Team 10 is 280. So in the lead, I believe that's Team 3 with 380, followed by Team 1 with 365. I'm sorry, in the lead is Team 4 with 385, second is Team 3 with 380, and third is Team 1 with 365.
And for place, you have team 6 and 345.
Yeah,
So,
I think
again,
five.
I think we've never seen a contest so quite close in the Freshers quiz. And that's why it's now time for round 5, where I did promise that you will be allowed to catch up with your friends.
Bhaiya,
So before,
hello?
yeah.
Bhaiya, can I just have a 2-minute break now?
Yeah, sure. I was planning on giving it anyways. Okay, fine. Take a 2-minute break before I introduce the next one. Gather your wits because the next round is harder than ever.
Sir, how many teams will win? Like,
Only Soham will win.
How many teams will win what? What are you talking about when you say win?
so like win means like they will be recognized like top three, top five, top one, top two.
As far as I'm concerned, all of you who have made it to the finals have just proved yourself as amazing quizzes because our prelims round was the toughest one in years because it's online. But if you're talking about like being recognized in the form of podium finishes and everything, we'll be recognizing the top three. Okay, so let's restart again. The break has been enough, I hope. So let's get to the last round of the quiz where I promise that you guys can catch up with your teammates. I can see messages saying that it's done because teams are 50 points ahead and 60 points ahead. Well, let me tell you guys, you can score 120 points in the first question of the next round because that's how this round works. And it's the long connect. So long connect, I'll sort of explain what it is. So it's a 7-question series. Okay. And the questions don't have any common theme. It's not like they're all from sports or all from science and technology or something. They're actually all from very different topics. But all of these, the questions don't have any relation with one another, all the answers of the long connect 7 questions have one thing in common. And your job is to catch that one thing as soon as possible. So when I go to each question, I will sort of explain everything. But before that, since it's the last round of the quiz and last round of the precious quiz 2020-21, I will sort of introduce myself and the quiz club. My name is Raymond. I'm a BDAS student, unlike all of you. I'm a design student and I'm in my 3rd year. I am the secretary of the quiz club for the year 2020 to 21. And I'm the quiz master of the prelims and for the written rounds of the day. A bit more about myself is like Shikshanshu said earlier, I'm a design student. So I don't know what stereotypes you guys have about those design students, but I can assure you that I'm pretty not good at science and technology. But I sort of make up for it with my interest in other topics, mainly MENA, which is a term you've heard said by other quizmasters today. And MENA essentially means music, entertainment, literature, and arts. Yeah, that's about me. And about the quiz club, which I'm the secretary of. We essentially, it's hard to say that we like quizzing or something because in essence we're just a group of people that want to have fun. We're not serious. Whatever you think, don't think of us as that. But when the pressure's on the quizzes, you can be assured that we'll show up. So we do a lot of activities throughout the year. The freshest quiz is usually the first of the year. And I don't know if your seniors have told you, but we have inter-hostel competitions. So the one we partake in is Kriti. And Kriti is essentially a contest between all the hostels to see whose hostel will retain the tech cup. So Kriti is the tech festival, Manthan is the cultural festival, and Sparda is the sports festival. So in Kriti, we conduct 3 quizzes. A general quiz, which is a quiz like this with topics from everywhere, and there is no restriction. And then you have this a business quiz where we talk about business, entrepreneurship, companies, finance, and everything you can think. And third one is in science and technology, where we essentially talk about developments in the technological world or interesting things happening in science. Aside from that, a flagship event is obviously Quiz Week. I don't know if you've heard the term, but I can assure you that it's completely untrue because it drags on for longer than a week. This year, in between April and May, we conducted 33 state quizzes online on the Facebook group. featuring 20 questions every day. So if you guys join the Facebook group, just check out the questions of those quiz weeks. And coming to the membership in the quiz club, everyone is welcome as long as you love quiz. Yeah, thank you for the detour, and we're ready to begin the final round. So, like I said before, all 7 questions, the answers to the 7 questions are interconnected. And as the fastest, whoever can tell me the connect fastest will get a bulk share of the points. So let's start with the first question. Okay, so for this round, I'm going to eliminate.
सर
Yeah.
सर एक्चुअली सर वो 6 PM से वो फिनिश क्लब का भी था ओरिएंटेशन, तो उसका क्या?
Yeah, I just finished it fast. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is, since we're already running over time, I'm going to eliminate bounce and pounce. I'll just go directly only bounce. Okay. So pounce marks going to work this. For the 7 questions, if you know the answer, tag me and write your answer. If you're correct, you get a +10. If you're wrong, you get a 0. So there is no negative mark. Let's begin. Okay. So there's no bounce. So if you don't answer it on bounce, you're not answering it.
Will you be displaying the subparts of the long question first? And
Yes, I will. After each
okay.
question, I will tell you the subparts of the long question.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So first question. +120 -60. This is the cover for Jackie Mitchell's autobiography. What is her claim to fame? What is she famous for? This is what I want from the answer. So you can see the cover of the book. Her curves were too much for them, and it's Jackie Mitchell holding a baseball. So if you know the answer, tag me and write your answer in your Discord group. If you're correct, you get a +10. The real scoring here is, if you know the answer to the plus long connect, which is the 7 questions, which is impossible, if you answer it right now, you get a +120 in score. That easily takes whoever it is in the first place. Okay, team 1, team 3, team 5, team 9, and team 10 have answered. I'm closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, okay, let's start. Team 1 has answered first female pitcher, which is incorrect, but there's no negative marking, so you get off scot-free. Team 3, one of the first female baseball players, which is not what I'm looking for. What is her claim to fame is what I'm asking. Team 4, for some reason, I said made videos 8 years old, which I don't understand. I'm not going to give points to. Baseball player is incorrect. Team 5. Team 6. First baseball female player is also incorrect. Team 9 and Team 10 have also answered the same thing. So, yeah, it's not counted. So her claim to fame is not that she was the first female baseball player or the first female pitcher. She was just the first female player that was impossibly good. Yeah. Hello? Who's talking?
Sir, what about the negative marks? I didn't understand the logic.
There is no negative mark. There is no negative mark, is what I'm saying.
So why is it written +120 and -60?
Okay. So if you want to go for the long connect, which is connecting all the 7 questions, you can go for it right now. If you're correct, you get a +120. But if you're wrong, you get a -60.
Oh, okay. So we have to write in the chat box if we want to go for it or not.
Yeah, wait, that is after I display the answer. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Actually, I'm in team 9 and we gave 2 answers, but our second answer was after the time.
Okay, so both your answers are incorrect, so I'm not going to consider it anyways. That's fine.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so what is her claim to fame? So have you heard, like, obviously you don't know much baseball in India, but obviously everyone's heard of Babe Ruth, which is the greatest baseball player ever, and the same with Lou Gehrig. So her claim to fame is that despite being looked down upon for being one of the first female pitchers, she was able to strike out both of them, which is a huge achievement considering Babe Ruth still holds the record for the most home runs. So yeah, this is the first question of the long connect. And the long connect term that you're looking for here is Jackie Mitchell. So whatever the long connect is there, Jackie Mitchell is the one who is related to this.
Could you repeat what you just said?
I said, so the long connect, whatever connects all the 7 questions, the connecting part from this question is Jackie Mitchell.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the format we're going for in the 7 questions is Slither. Slither. First question is S, which is sports. Second is L, which is literature. Third is I, which is India. Fourth is T, which is, I don't remember, travel. Oh, sorry, it's technology. Fifth is history. Sixth is entertainment. And the 7th question is the long connect itself, which is random, or for random. So moving on to the second question, L for literature. Okay, yeah. This is the second question, plus 100 minus 50. So I'm not going to read the whole of text. It's basically a simplified version of the story of this literary character has been used as an economic model. The character is the only economic agent in the model cut off from the rest of the world economy. So it's basically talking about a model of economy where it's only the character and there is no rest of the world economy. And this is what lends its name to the name of the economy model. So what the model claims is that consumer behavior can be modeled on the character, thereby making the case for free trade by claiming that, like the character, consumers can strike the right balance without government interference. So what this model basically advocates is that government should not interfere in trade. Okay, let me check down. I'm going to answer from team 6. And Pounce closing in 10. So please take note that he is cut off from the rest of the world. So that's a big hint. Pounce is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's it. Pounce is closed. The only team that is Pounce is team 6. And stunningly, it is correct. It is Robinson Crusoe.
Sir, even team 4 has bounced. Sir. Oh shit, I forgot to tag. Sorry.
Okay. So team 4 did not bounce. Yeah. You did not tag me, so I will not count that. So plus 10 to team 6, and it's essentially where Robinson Crusoe was cut off from the rest of the world. But he was able to live for himself and sort of have a free trade with nature, striking the right balance for a sustainable living life without destroying the island. And that is what the model economy model focuses on. So for this question, the part that relates to the connect, the part that connects the 7 questions, the second part is Robinson Crusoe. So the parts you've got right now are Jackie Mitchell and Robinson Crusoe. Is there anyone who wants to go for the plus 100 minus 50?
Sir, could you again explain what is this plus 100 minus 50?
Okay, so I told you like the 7 questions are related, right?
Yes.
So if you give, so until now I've revealed the parts. The 7 questions each have a contributor to the final connect.
Okay, so you are asking if from the first 2 answers we have been able to guess what is the connect.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, moving on is if there's no one trying to go for it. Again, guys, please remember if you want to guess, there is a negative, but more importantly, there is no shame. I have obviously succumbed to a lot of reckless guessing in quizzes in the past, and let me tell you, it's always worth it. because of that one question that somehow ends up correct. So if there's anyone wanting to go for the long connect, it's completely fine to do so. Because as we progress, the marks of the long connect will keep decreasing. And the questions will get easier. It's easier to connect. Moving on to the next question. Third question. This Amul doodle, again, returning to Amul doodles, what is this referencing? So I don't need a proper noun. I want the incident this time around. The proper noun is not enough for me. Take a close look at the slide. And obviously, after this question, if you want to go for the long connect, it's still a plus 80 minus 40. So team 3 has pounced. I'm closing it in 10 seconds. I have also received pounces from team 9.
Sir, we have to write the incident.
Incident. If you get the proper noun, I don't care. The incident is pretty obvious in the other two people and the tagline which says no opposition. So fine, I'll give you 10 more seconds if you want to correct your answer. So now it's team 1, team 3, team 5, and team 9 that are answered. And we're closing pounds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounds is closed. And teams pouncing are team 9, 6, 5, 3, and 1. So team 1 answered protest against the Da Vinci Code, which is correct. Awesome quizzing, guys. This doodle was related to protest against the movie The Da Vinci Code releasing in India. And a lot of Christians did not like the movie. So team 3 pounced and got it incorrect with Mona Lisa. Team 5 is incorrect with Mona Lisa robbery. Imagine the uproar if that actually happens, guys. Team 6, fat shaming is incorrect. Team 7, sealing Mona Lisa. Team 8, you have not pounced within the time limit, sorry. Team 9, protest against the screening of Da Vinci Code is the correct answer. So it's team 9 and team 1 that gets a plus 10.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So Harry, can you have the scores once to see who's in the lead?
Yeah, just give me, yeah. So team 1 has 375 points, team 3 has 380 points, team 4 has 385 points, team 5 has 275 points, team 6 has 355 points, team 7 has 255 points, team 8 has 325 points, team 9 also has 325 points, and team 10 has 280 points.
So tied race at the top.
Yeah, at the top is team 4 with 385. 5 points behind is team 3 with 380, and 5 points behind that is team 1 with 375.
Anyone wants to go for it? The part of the question that relates to the final connect from this question is Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, I want to go for team 7.
Team 7. Okay, team 7 wants to go for it. Please don't say your answer right now. Okay. So remember, okay, I'll just give you a small disclaimer. If you want to not go for connect after hearing what I have to say, you can totally not go for it. So there is one obvious connect. Okay. So how it's going to happen is it's a slither format. Okay. The 7th question is what connects all these 6 of the first 6 questions. Okay. But the long connect is not the answer of the 7th question. The long connect is what connects all 7. So if you answer with what is connecting the first 6, I will give you a minus 40. But if you answer with what is connecting all the 7 answers, then you get a plus 80. So do you still want to go for it? Team 7. It's all or
Yeah,
nothing
we want to go for it.
because okay. Go ahead, team 7. Please give me your answer. It's always fun when someone goes with long connect.
Okay, we have to write in Discord or I have to
Write it in Discord. Write it in Discord. Don't say it out loud because the quiz will still go on. So let's wait for team 7's answer. If there's anyone who still wants to go for it, it's still open. I will close it after I receive team 7 answer. Okay. So team 7, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Your final answer is incorrect, so you will be hit with a minus 40 points reduction. 40 points reduction, sorry. And yeah, good guess, but unfortunately, no. And if you've seen Da Vinci Code, you know what you've answered is incorrect. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Now, very exciting, but unfortunately, it's the wrong answer. Still a very good guess, and you're making the right connects. Next question, fourth question. In the mission Apollo 13, what is the call sign of the command module of the mission? And the commander, Jim Lovell, said that he chose the name because of its definition. A long voyage with many changes in fortune, which is the definition of the word, which is the call sign. But Lovell found out about the word not from the original story. So the word that was the call sign of the command module of the mission was from a story. But Lovell did not find out about the word from that story. Rather, he found out from a movie that was very recent and very popular at the time that Apollo 13 went up into space. So what was the movie? And what was the name of the command module? They both have one word which is common, so if you can give me the movie, that's enough. But if you can...
Is it from a recent timeline?
Apollo 13 is not recent.
No, the movie.
I cannot, obviously not, because it was popular at the time when Apollo 13 was launched.
Sir, what do we have to answer? Can you please repeat?
Okay, so you have to give me the movie, which was popular around the time Apollo 13 launched off. Any answers? I've seen many counts already. Teams 3, 5, 6, 8 have bounced. Also was team 4, sorry. So team 1, teams 3 and 4 are bouncing, and there's no negative. You want to risk it? And they do risk it. They do bounce. It's very nice. So everyone's bounced, I guess, except team 7. So let's go to the answer. The word is Odyssey, and the movie is 2001, A Space Odyssey. Team 1, Space Odyssey is correct. Team 3, Odyssey is wrong because I think the movie. Team 4, 2001, A Space Odyssey is 5, Odyssey is wrong. Team 6 is the movie name. Space Odyssey, okay, yeah. Team 7, Gravity is incorrect. Team 8, Odyssey is wrong. Team 9, The Odyssey is incorrect. And team 10, Odyssey is wrong. So, Harry, the ones that have got it right are team 1, team 4, and team 6, I think. Yeah. 1, 4, and 6.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay. So, the part of this question that relates to the long connect is 2001, A Space Odyssey. It is not Odyssey. Does anyone want to go for the long connect? Plus 60 minus 30. No one? Is that it? If that is it, then... Oh, sorry. Guys, I seem to have made a mistake. The part of this question that relates to the long connect is not 2001: A Space Odyssey. Sorry about the mistake. The part of this question that relates to the long connect is Apollo 13, the space mission. Is that clear? Now does anyone want to go for the long connect? So I'll just read out what was all the parts that have been revealed as of now. Number 1, Jackie Mitchell. Number 2, Robinson Crusoe. Number 3, Robin C. Cole. And number 4, Apollo 13. If there's no one going for the long connect, I will skip to the 5th question. And there we go. What is this route depicting? Okay, wait. Who was that?
I want to take a guess on
Team
the
9.
long connect. Team
Which
8.
team?
Team 8.
Is there any
Team
other
9
team that
also.
wants to go for the long connect?
Team 9 also.
Team 9
I also want to go for the long connect. Okay. So team 8 and team 9, give us your guesses, please. On the Discord group. Don't talk on the guys, there is echo, so please mute yourselves.
Hello, excuse me.
Yeah.
This is team 6. Even I want to pounce.
Okay, team 6 also wants to go for it. Okay, so see, like I said before, the first 6 questions is connected by one thing, and all 7 questions are connected by another. So I need what connects all 7 questions to the long term. Team 9 has answered, Team 8 has answered, and Team 6 has answered. Okay, so going for the long connect, I'm pleased to announce that Team 9 and Team 6 have got the long connect correct. So that's a plus 60 to them. Excellent quizzing, guys. Nice catch on the connect. Unfortunately, Team 8 has gotten it wrong. So I'm sorry, Team 8, but it's a minus 30 for you guys.
So what is their final score?
What? Final score for?
The teams that got it correct.
Teams that got it correct, both of you get a plus 60 in your score. Before I head into the last question, after this question is done, I'll sort of tell you the scores again.
Hello, excuse me. Yeah, can we still play? After we got the long connect, can we still play for other points like Tustin?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on, the next question in the connect.
Sir, could you just tell the top 3 standings for now, so we'll know do we have to take the risk or not?
Top 3 is, hang on, let me just check.
Can I take a minute? I mean the Excel programming. Yeah, there's an issue. Just give me a second.
Okay. Last I saw, I think Team 4 is in the lead, followed by Team 1, and then it's Team 3.
Yeah, it's good to go now. Team 6 is now in the lead with 425. Okay. Team 4 has 395. Team 3 has 380. Team 1 has 385. Okay. Team 5 has 275. I am not 6, 425. 7 is 215. 8 is 295. And 9 is 385. 10 is 280.
So we have a new leader shooting to the top of the board.
Yeah. So Team
followed
6
by Team 4. Yeah. Team 6 is in the lead with 425 points. Second is Team 4 with 395 points. We've got a tie on third place with 385 for both Team 1 and Team 9. And in fourth place is Team 3 with 380. So let's move to the fifth question.
Sir. Hello.
Yeah.
You said team 1's marks 385.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please recheck because I think it should be 395.
You got this fourth question and third question correct. That's it, right? So that's plus 20. from your
No,
365?
no,
earlier?
365. Then we got one wrong, so 355. Then we got two correct, so 395.
It's plus 10 minus 0 for this round, not plus 20
Okay,
minus.
not plus 20. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's plus 10 minus 0.
Sorry.
Fine. If it's done, I'll finally move to the fifth question that has been teased for a while. Yeah, this is the fifth
We
question.
have given the long connect, so you can check it afterwards, right? After
Which
the
one? Who was given it?
The long connect. We have the team one.
Team one. Let me check.
We have just given it.
I will do it after the first.
So
After
actually,
this
we were discussing it while you were collecting
Fine,
answers.
I had moved to the next question already. So even if you were discussing it, it's after this question. So you'll only get a plus 40.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Question number 5. What is this root depicting? I mean, what is this root depicting? Not a proper noun. Okay, I've got an answer from team 3, team 6, and that's it. There's no one else found it? Team 4,
But there is no negative marking for Pounce, right?
there is no negative mark.
Right.
Okay, team 1, team 3, team 4, and team 6, Pounce is closed. Okay, team 9, I got your answer, so I'll count it. But Pounce is closed for now. So let's see. Team 1, John F. Kennedy assassination, which is correct. This is the route that JFK took when he was shot at. This is the route of the John F. Kennedy assassination. Team 4 got it correct. We got it correct. Team 6, yeah, correct. And team 9, no negative. So it's you got in 0. And team 10, I got your answer after the puzzle, and it's the wrong answer. So it's fine.
Sir, we have
So
given the
teams-
long connect. Please check it.
Yeah, team 1, I will check the wrong connect.
Just a second, please. Raymond has said team 1, 4, 5, 6.
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4.
And 6. That's all.
Not 5, right?
Not 5.
Okay, yeah, your voice cut in there a bit. So,
Okay,
okay, fine.
sorry.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, you can go ahead with the long connect.
Okay, long connect. Team 1, please send me a long connect again. Please answer your long connect again.
Okay. Yeah, just wait a minute.
Send it a one message and tag me.
Yeah, I've tagged you.
Okay, got it. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Team 1's long connect is correct, and they get a plus 40 on their score. Harry, please mark accordingly. Good job, guys. Nice connect.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you, sir.
Questions?
Also, credit goes to my teammate, Dhruv Shah. He got it.
Yes, nice connect, guys. Good connect. It's fairly easy now. I told you the questions keep getting easier and the connect keeps getting clearer. So moving on, the 6th. What connects these 3 movies? Team 1 and Team 6, please don't think the quiz is done because now we are in the top 5 for top spot. So, yeah. And you've exhausted your long connect options, so you better get the normal questions correct. Okay, I'm closing Pounce in 10. I've been very brilliant with Pounces this round. Team 10, 8, 5, 3 have bounced. No bounces from team 4 and team 7. Team 1 has not bounced. Okay, team 1 has bounced.
Team 1 has found. The team 1 has
Yeah,
found.
team 1 I got it bounced. Team 1 I got it
Even
bounced.
team 9 has also bounced.
Yeah, okay, fine.
6
Everyone
has bounced.
Yeah, I got
6
it
has
bounced.
bounced.
Okay. So, moving on to the answer. The answer is only animated movies to be nominated for Oscar in Best Movie category. Nominated for Oscar is incorrect because a lot of them have been nominated for Oscars. Only these animated movies have been nominated for Best Picture. Team 1 gets it correct. Team 3 gets it wrong. Disney Pixar is incorrect. Even though these three movies have been made by Disney. The first one is Disney and the second one is a collaboration between Disney and Pixar. It is unfortunately incorrect because there are a lot of other movies that fit in the correct. But only these three have been nominated for Oscars in the Best Movie. Team 4, nomination for Academy Awards is incorrect. It is in the Best Movie category only. Team 5, Pixar incorrect. Team 6, Team 6, where is your okay? Or Team 6, your answer is incorrect. Team 7, incorrect. Team 8 is also incorrect. Team 9, incorrect. And Team 10, incorrect. A lot of incorrects, very overconfident guessing. So Team 1 gets it correct.
What is the final score?
Yeah, team 1 is the only team that gets it correct. So hang on. Hari, that's a plus 10 for Team 1.
Yeah, I've got that.
Shouldn't that be plus? Okay, that's a typo, I guess. Plus 20 and minus 10.
No, that's for the.
No, that is for the non-correct. That is for the non-correct.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Okay, so guys, non-correct, if anyone wants to go for it, it's plus 20 minus 10 now.
Yes, sir. Team 4 wants to go.
Team 4 wants to go for the non-correct. Please, Team 4, please let me know your answer for the non-correct. Team 4, can you just explain your answer a bit more? Team 4's non-correct is incorrect, so that's minus 10 for you guys. Good guessing though, that's a very good guess, obviously. It's close, but there are a few that do not fit the correct. Okay, so that's the sixth question. Now we're almost done with the slither, except for the last question, which is R random. We need to connect these 6 terms. The answer will give you the non-connect. If you get the non-connect now, it's a plus 20 and 0 for not getting the non-connect. So you can go for the non-connect freely. There is no negative. These are the 6 answers. Tell me what connects these 6.
So some teams have already guessed for the long connect. So
If you already guessed for the long connect, you can't guess again.
right.
What if they guessed it wrong?
If you guess it wrong, you can go again. If you get it wrong, you can go as many times as you want. Okay, so let me explain. This is the 7th question. The 7th question has an answer, okay, which is still plus 10 and 0, like the rest of the questions. But now, after question 7, if you get the long connect, I'll just give you a plus 20. And no negative, because I just want you guys to guess freely for the long connect. So you still have to answer the 7th question, which is connecting these 6. Okay. Team 1 has answered the 7th question. Team 8, 9, 10 have also answered. Closing Pounce in 10 seconds.
Yeah, Revan, Team 9 already got the long connect, I think, before.
No, I think they're answering to the 7th question, right? Like, it's not the long connect. They're answering for the 7th question.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, I'll review that. Okay, fine. Pounce is now closed. I've read all the things. Okay, moving on to the answer. The answer for this question is Tom Hanks movies. These are all movies that Tom Hanks has been in. So this is the connect for the 7th one, Tom Hanks movies. Women's baseball, A League of Their Own, in which it was Tom Hanks, Robinson Crusoe, Castaway, The Da Vinci Code, Apollo 13, Parkland, which is the JFK assassination film, and Toy Story 3. All movies that Tom Hanks has starred in. So none of you gets this correct on Pounce because the correct for the first 6 is Tom Hanks movies. It is not Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is the final correct, which connects all the 7. These 6 movies and Tom Hanks movies are connected by Tom Hanks. So Harry, if you can have the scores, please, let's announce the winners.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if you want to give drum rolls, go ahead, but I'll start from last place. So with 200, there's obviously team 2 which got disqualified in last place, in 7th place with 215 points is team 7. Well done. In 6th place is team 10 with 280 points. In 5th place is team 8.
No, team 5 with 275.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll just start again. So in 7th place is team 7 with 215 points. In 6th place is team 5 with 275 points. In 5th place is team 10 with 280 points. In 4th place is team 8 with 295 points. Okay, let's go. Okay, so in 3rd place now, this is the podium, sorry, I've got that wrong again. There are 10 teams, my bad, oh my god. Okay, one last time. In 9th place is team 7, right, with 215 points. In 8th place with 275 points is team 5. In 7th place with 280 points is team 10. Did I say? In 6th place is team 8 with 295 points. Right. In 5th place is team 9 with 385 points. In 4th place is team 3 with 390 points. And now for the podium is team 4 with 395 points. And the winners are with 445 points, team 1, which means team 6 comes in second, very close behind with 435 points. Well done to everyone, all the teams really.
If everyone can unmute their mics and please applaud for our winners and not just our winners but all the amazing quizzing today.
Thank you, sir. So thank you, Bhaiya.
Applause, man.
Thank you.
Amazing quizzing, guys. Thank you for the nail biting finish, especially at the end. We've never had so many people go for the long connect. Hope you all enjoyed the quiz. It was definitely fun for us to host. And we're looking forward to see you guys quiz back in campus, where the atmosphere is definitely different and definitely more popular.
Bhaiya, I had a question actually. Can we now join the quiz club, like be a member of it?
Yes, you can. So there is a Facebook group which is called Acumen.
Already liked it.
No, not the page. There is a group, Acumen Quiz Club group. I'll send you a link for the group on the freshers, whatever WhatsApp group I've made for you. Just join the group.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for the quizzing. I know it was very late, but thanks for the quizzing again. And we hope to see you soon back in campus. That's all. Let's just announce the winners again. The winners are Team 1 in first place, which the team members Aryan Singh, Dhruv Shah, and you, Varshita. In second place, we have Team 6, if I'm not wrong. Team 6 with the team members Advait Krishna, Rutunjay Rao, and Mitali Poddar. And in third place, we have Team 4. Was it 4? Yeah. In third place, we have Team 4 with Soham Parandekar, Mukul Garg, and Lalit Rama. So thanks, guys. And that's it today. And thanks to everyone who's joined us on YouTube as well.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Bye.
Yeah.